Do we have an intro, mate?
Call me a woman.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
I'm a
ma'am.
woman. Give me your children. Let them sit on my lap.
Harden fist, Harden fist. You can be sure that we're both on a list. Harden fist, Harden fist. You can be sure that we make the moves pissed. Streaming through history, uncovering mysteries as to why the whites are living in misery. We keep the audience salivating as we continue navigating through centuries of adventures of the ever-evolving small hat wizardry. Heart and fist, heart and fist. Let us show you what you might with a mist.
It looks like we're live.
We're live. A merry, jolly
live.
holly of a Boxing Day to everyone. I hope that everyone has been participating in total Christmas mobilization. We have struck a decisive blow against the filthy Santa deniers this festive season. They are on the run. My fellow Christmas tide enjoyers, and hopefully with the blessings of God, we will wipe the Christmas deniers from the face of the West, and it'll be a jolly holly Christmas for everybody. How you doing, Artie?
I'm doing pretty good, fellas. Fellas! It looks like your boy Artie has gone through his third puberty and finally hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Oh yeah!
Why isn't that working? There we go. Did we both hit that at the same time?
Sorry?
That's hilarious.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so do we both hit the applause at the same time?
No. You hit the applause. You hit the applause. I just did the oh yeah, 10,000, mate. Man, that's
So,
I mean that's a pretty high number. I'm not sure if I believe that.
yeah, I didn't think that was going to happen this year. So, you know, don't unalive yourself, fellas. Okay, a lot can happen in a year. All right, you cover a lot of ground in a single year.
Yep.
So I shouldn't even say this publicly, but I'm just thinking from a marketing standpoint, it would be kind of cool if, 10,000 subscribers and I do a 10-hour live stream on New Year's Eve. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe every hour I'll choose a video from a month of the year and just slowly explain my radicalization politically toward the right this year through the videos that I made. I don't know. I'm still feeling it out. Feeling cute, might delete later kind of thing,
Yeah. Well, we are racing towards the end of 2025. What a year it has been, bros. Only 4 more years until 2030, the most consequential year in the last century. Easily, mate. Like, look, Klaus has been on the phone to me. He's like, I hope you are enjoying the push towards the 2030 agenda. And I'm like, oh, Klaus, mate, I love 2030, right? I'm so there for it. I'm first up in line from a digital ID. All right, I'm going to be up in that digital currency. I'm going to have like cameras 24/7 pointed at my face for the facial recognition. I wouldn't want the government to not know what I'm doing any hour of the day, right? Are you feeling like you feeling jazzed for 2030?
I'm still like old man pissed off that new cars don't even let you put the fucking key in it to start it. So I'm going to have a very difficult transition in 2030. Okay?
What do you
Very
have to
resistant
understand?
to what's going on.
You need to understand that cars that are not centrally controlled are not part of the Great Reset, and they have been deprecated, much like your old views, which are probably very racist. So if you think about it, curing racism and making sure that you cannot start your car are part of the same great global agenda.
Well, we all know that curing an ism is very difficult. I mean, look at trying to cure anti-Semitism. It's really, really an uphill battle to try and murder these isms, don't you think?
Yeah, it's one of those weird things where you might say that the cure is worse than the disease, or the treatment is making the disease worse. I mean, I'm no doctor, right? You know, obviously, right? Like, you know, our overlords are incredibly intelligent, know what they're doing at all times, you know, right? Like, you know, but it does seem like that it's not going the way that they planned. This is making me very distressed, mate. I mean, if you can't trust them to rule over us, who can you trust? You know?
Yeah, we have. Well, I mean, we do have to be ruled over, unless of course you're a kosher centrist and go, well, no, we'll have nobody rule us. Okay, we're just gonna leave the gun on the table, and whoever tries to get it, we're gonna tell them no. And as they shoot us in the chest, we're gonna go.
No, look, that's such a straw man, Artie, right? The gun would rule itself. Thank you very much, right? Under the precepts of, you know, Scottish common sense realism, right? The gun was granted like inalienable rights by God, right? So it will rule itself, right? It doesn't need to be like picked up. God, honestly, it's so disingenuous.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Constitution, like magically, the Constitution magically wrote itself. You know.
Holy shit! You
It
know
just
what I discovered the other day?
It was just there. It's infallible.
Did you know that fucking Liberia has the same constitution as the US? Because they're like, you know, they were like created as a US colony.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Didn't we cover something
about Liberia? Oh yeah, it's a total shithole.
No, we covered like if it was in another country. If it was in like Nigeria, for example, then like their country, if they had this constitution, it would have worked out completely. I'm pretty sure Mikhail Olsen said that.
Yeah. So there you go, man. Liberia has the US Constitution, and that's why it is a bastion of freedom and economic development in Africa, right? Because the people don't matter, right? What matters is the words on the paper, and by writing them on the paper, they just magically make everyone obey them. It's an amazing thing, honestly.
We're gonna really start driving that forward. It really is something that's not brought up nearly enough.
that writing words on a piece of paper doesn't make a government. Yes,
but those are the rules.
The rules. Are you not following the rules?
Yeah. I mean, look at the leftists, look at BLM, look at the Moos. I mean, it's amazing what you can get done when you have no reverence for the fucking rules, when you just are trying to get shit done, right?
It's amazing what you can get done when you like, you know, your only principle basically is like, you know, incredible ethnocentrism, and you just like fuck everybody else, right? Like, you know, it's I think there's a lesson in that for all of us, really. You know?
Well, it's funny because the kosher centrists like to say, like, you know, the problem with communism is that they're not lifting anyone up, right? They're just taking down those that have stuff. And it's like, okay, well, what do you think multiculturalism is? Is it building up the white people, or is it just bringing down the white people to meet the third world?
Right, but what you gotta understand, Artie, right, is are white people like even really people, right? I mean, you know, right, like how would you define white people, right? Like, you know, look, I have been reliably informed, for example, right? There's nothing special about England. Did you know it was the Portuguese who invented fish and chips, and you know, the Bomalians that invented the meat pie and the sausage roll, right? Like, really, if you think about it, you know, there is no sort of ethnicity as white, unlike, of course, the black ethnicity, right? Who is just, you know, you can see it, right? Like, I mean, you know, where in the world are they from? It doesn't matter. They're black.
I might have enough to make a compilation of like mayors and politicians talking about how Somalians like built the fucking city. I've been seeing that. Saw it in Boston. I saw it in Minnesota recently. Like, they're just starting to say that Somalians, like, we need them, and they built. I don't know what they built, but apparently they're like the backbone of like areas of the country. Is what I'm hearing.
Someone just did this massive expose on all the Somali like childcare centers. I mean, that's not a sentence I would be comfortable with.
Right.
Somalian childcare, right? But apparently, like, they're just all these sort of like just basically like abandoned properties, and they're all just getting insane amounts of money. And they reckon like the amount of fraud that's going on is, you know, 10 billion, 15 billion. Nobody knows. So,
but jobs go up, right? But that's more jobs.
The question is, right, in the state of Minnesota, what percentage of total economic activity is Somali fraud? Right?
Well, whatever. Yeah, right, yeah, exactly. Like negative 3 billion. Like, I'm not even exaggerating at this point.
Right. So if they stop that fraud, think of the economic repercussions, right? This is the problem with you white people. You just don't think about, if we shut down all the fraud, right? The economic repercussions would be horrible, man. Oh God, you know.
Yeah,
so
and
really,
I mean, all of that just goes to loaves of bread and baby formula, and none of that gets sent out of the country back to Somalia, right?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Look, you know, they're here. They're just as American as anyone. At least I think so. I can't understand a word that they're saying. But I have been reliably informed by like a white, possibly Jayish Karen, that the things they are saying is that they love America and definitely like not here to like exploit or anything like that. And so, you know, obviously, right, like believe all women. So I must,
I mean,
you know, right?
Clicking and raping is just like another English dialect, right? It's just a different dialect that you're not familiar with. I can't understand Scottish people. That doesn't mean they're not speaking English, right?
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. And if you think about it, the Somalians are just as English as anyone, really, right? Like, you know, they're just as American as anyone. You know, really, that money was probably like promised to them, you know, 3,000 years ago or something. I don't know. It's too complicated. Yeah, it's fucking insane.
Yeah, it's British colonialization. They went to Somalia and they called it Somalia, and now they're Somalians when actually they're British. You know,
of course,
transitive property.
They're the lost tribe of England. Clearly, right? They like got lost. Right? They just happened to like, you know, take a wrong turning and wound up in Somalia, right? And you know, like, actually, honestly, if you look around London at the moment, they really could be the fucking lost tribe of the English. It's fucking terrible, mate.
Yeah. Oh, they're mixing. All right.
Yep.
Terrific.
We have a very special Christmas message from friend of the channel, Mark Levin. He, of course, is a great Christmas appreciator, and he wanted me especially to share this message of Christmas brotherhood with you all.
I see people celebrating Christmas. They give each other gifts, they laugh, they play games, they eat delicious food. And you know what I think about that? Fuck Christmas. And if you celebrate Christmas, then fuck you too. We should all be celebrating Hanukkah, eating shitty Jewish food, and playing with a friggin' dreidel all day for 8 friggin' days. Anyway, Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. I see people celebrating Christmas.
Now.
They give each other...
Thanks very much for that, Mark.
You know, he's turned over a new leaf. He's different when he's not screaming, you know, when he can think clearly.
I mean, most people don't know this, but he's actually a very, very personable chap, you know, very, very pleasant, loves the Gentiles, you know, with his big heart, which is not, you know, swollen from like the vaccine or anything like that, right? No. We also have this, I have been reliably informed that this definitely is not a holly jolly Israeli Christmas or anything like that.
何時まで起きてイチャコラしてんねん。あんたより。
Merry Christmas.
They all got pages for Christmas, it seems.
See, that's what I want for America. I want us to be so ethnocentric that we have a very clearly defined media that we put out to the world, like the Japanese do. There really is nothing like it.
Merry Christmas. I discovered that's how the Japanese say Christmas.
Yeah. Do you know how they say juice, like in kanji?
How?
Jutsu.
Jutsu.
They just like do at the end, and it's like you're not making fun of them. That's how they actually say it.
Yeah, no, it's because in Japanese, right, there are no single letters. Everything is like a
Only
two-letter
single people.
phenome, right? So English words that have only, that's why it's like Christmasu, because they can't say Christmas because everything is yeah, there you go, bit of trivia for you. Right. Did you had some stuff you wanted to play for the stupid opening, didn't you?
Well, first of all, Patrick. So fellas, we have supertip.gg/Artie. It's not live yet because I have difficulty playing it. I am slowly getting to the point where we have
interdimensional space demons are telling you you're anti-Semitic because you don't want Rabbi Shmuley over here cutting off kids' cocks and drinking their blood with his face. God damn it to hell. I'm so mad I could do a backflip.
So you can say a lot of things. There's some things you can't say. You can say a lot of things. This will be $5. I'll send the link in chat. It's not live yet because I can't really display them optimally quite yet. I can play the audio so far.
The woke right want a religious ethnostate, social cohesion, and in-group preference, which is fine. You just got to shave down that hat.
And the third one we have is Nick Fuentes. Now, in the future, I can only have 3 right now, but in the future, depending on who we're going to be covering, I'll swap out, like a Nick Fuentes or a James Lindsay for somebody else, potentially. It's an idea that I have.
Cool it with the anti-Semitic remarks. That's my job. Speaking of cool, have you heard of Adolf Hitler?
So we got those 3 voices right now. And I will put this in the chat if somebody wants to be brave enough to try that out. $5 and higher. Just go to the chat now. And fellas, I am just trying to give you as many things as possible to have some fun with the stream. If you're going to spend some coin, we keep more of the money if you send it through here. This would actually test the payment processor as well. Aside from that,
yeah, we do have some super chats though.
Yeah, do 2 of those, and I'll be doing this in the meantime.
King Solo Wings for $2. Hey man, how you going? Hey, Alex has been sounding more depressed lately. Yeah, mate. Like
he has been, and unfortunately, he's sounding kind of like James Lindsay. He's sounding a little bit vague. He's sounding a little bit like whoever disagrees with him, there's something wrong with them. Not a lot of detail in what he's saying, so it's unfortunate. But we'll cover that later on.
Has Alex ever had James Lindsay on? I mean, that would be a crossover episode, right? Oh, come on.
No.
James, if you're watching
that,
look,
I don't think that would be good at this point. Maybe like 2005 Alex Jones.
Look, he hates China, you hate China, he loves the Jays, you love the Jays, right? It sounds like a match made in heaven.
He doesn't love the Jays, but he might be a little not critical enough of them. It's very on the line.
Big time for $5. How you going, Big time?
Thank you, mate.
Let's go. Orthodox, go to liturgy. Which way to the holly? Oh, well, you just, you can find holly everywhere if you look. It's all around us.
It's down the holly.
It's down the holly. Oh yeah, right.
Let me hype somebody. Let me hype a content creator that's been putting in work for a long time and hasn't gotten his due yet. I'm going to spend the next few minutes doing this because I don't know how to say to another man, hey, you look cool. Can we be friends? And then even if he said yes, he goes, now what? And I go, I don't know. You just seem cool. That's where I'm at in my life. So I found this clip and didn't know it was him. So let's watch this clip first to see what this man is capable of.
I'm declaring war on fat gay kids. Not the kids themselves, but on whatever's making them so fat, gay, and pathetic. I'm talking seed oils, SSRIs, MSNBC, and perverts masquerading as teachers and guidance counselors. Sorry, but as an educator, you can't show off your extensive collection of marital aids anymore, okay? America isn't a dance school, a video game competition, or an OnlyFans academy. It's a country. And with the help of President Trump, we'll be focusing on eliminating the things in our society that are turning our kids into effeminate weirdos and skanks.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Now,
yeah, I've been seeing these clips for ages.
So I believe in this man's talent so much that I have demonetized the stream just so I can play this in full. It's really unbelievable what this guy is capable of. And so here we go.
I can't stand the globalists. The goblins hate 1776. George Soros, the Saruman of Middle-earth, has a gay son.
You're late.
A wizard is never late, Tucker Baggins. He arrives precisely when his globalist research is concluded.
Ha 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 ha! There are markings jonesed off. Looks like some globalist BS, but I can't read it.
The language is that of the Bilderberg Group, which I will not utter here.
Bilderberg?
In the common tongue, it says, you will own nothing and be happy. Your country will be flooded with rapists from Mordor. We hate Jesus. And we're going to cut off your son's Johnson. It blows. But long story short, these demons hate everything about us because we're such great guys. We don't know who has the other seeing stones, you stupid son of a bitch.
The hour is later than you think. The 9 have left Minas Morgul. Ben Shapiro, Mark Levin, and others are riding to the Shire as we speak.
Go fuck yourself.
They will cancel the ring bearer and have him demonetized on YouTube.
Tucker!
This is
1776 is over, friend.
We're not friends, and your son is a faggot.
Give us Tucker Carlson Baggins.
If you want him, then maybe come claim him.
I need an out pouch. I'm still relevant.
America First, 1776. America First, 1776. America First, 1776. America First, 1776. America First, 1776.
Not to be rude, but I'm still waiting on that nicotine pouch.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Maverick Darby. Now, this guy, his bread and butter is his podcast. We'll keep this short and sweet. We also just got our first super tip. Thank you very much. So I'm going to attempt to play that in just a moment. The man's got a Discord. The man's YouTube, okay? It is sad what this thing is at. His YouTube is at 1.63 thousand subscribers. Now, fellas, if I have any power, okay? If I have any commanding army at all whatsoever, what you'll do is go and sub to him, see if we can get him over 2,000 subs. Then what you're going to do is listen to his podcast. Oh, they're under the radar. They're a little subversive. You won't know what's going on at first. Give it 5, 10, 15 minutes. The man is one of the best modern day fucking right-wing storytellers, dude. I cannot hype this guy enough and hope to somehow, in any capacity, work with him in the future. And I got his dick out of my mouth. Continuing on. Our first super tip. Eva, mate. Absolutely Eva. Let's see how I can do this. This is the only way I can do this right now. There's a way to put it on screen that I'm working on in the background. Let's see how this goes.
Boomers say it's complicated, but it's not limit voting and throw out the immigrants, and we'd all basically be living in paradise.
I know. It sounds really difficult, doesn't it? Doesn't it sound so difficult? But we had this thing called bureaucracy, okay? We have to do it correctly. We have to do it right, okay? We can't break any rules when we're doing it. That wouldn't be very kosher, now would it? So we have to make sure that we delay things. And in 4 years, once the Democrats get in control, we're still going to have X, right? We're not going to be shoved back underground again, right?
Nah, come on, man. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. If the Democrats get back in, they won't institute a massive communist purge and literally start rounding people up and putting them in camps. You're such a panicking, bro, right?
Panicking. Let's just make up a new fucking word.
Democracy will restrain them. The magical words of the Constitution, bro, right?
Hold on. Let me just try and do this correctly. This is from VexNX. There. I don't think I included the name. We're still getting there. Thank you. We keep more of the money. We get the money quicker, and it lets you say something with a person's voice. So I think it's neat.
We have some old school super chats as well.
Oh, old school. So legacy, you mean? Some legacy super chats.
Legacy super chats. The Unconsidered for $2. Thanks, mate. How is that possible? I thought rants paid better. They do not. Rumble have revised their payment thing, and now they take more than YouTube. Bad show, Rumble. Boo, you suck.
Oh my dude, it is bad. Their user interface. I have nothing but really complaints about Rumble, unfortunately. I would love to love it because you can say whatever you want over there. Fellas, say whatever you want in the Rumble chat, which we have going right now. You can say whatever you want. But we can't put the chats on stream from over there, and we can put it on stream from YouTube. So I would say if you want something on screen with a super chat, we get more of the money, and you can put it on screen through YouTube. If you want to say the N-word, like I am right now in that chat, and I like to say N-word titties. I just entered it there. It's very fun, very lively. I enjoy it. But that's the best use of Rumble so far that I can find. But thank you.
Molly for 20 Swedish krona. I think I'm getting that right. Did you see Shane on Rogan saying me mum died in the Holly? Yeah,
Fine. I'll add it. I'll add it to the docket. We did forget to put that in. I did want to include that. I have it somewhere.
So we're already half an hour in. So do we want to cover the Ben Boyce struggle session? Now, Ben Boyce, friend of the channel, we've been on his show. He's a lovely guy, soft-spoken, genteel, possibly undergoing some kind of crisis since he's read Culture of Critique. Shout out to Ben. Now
he smells something's going on. What I do like is that no matter how nice he is, he holds his ground. He does not capitulate, which he does. You right off the bat, you wouldn't go, he has a backbone because he's a good, inquisitive, honest person. But when people try and struggle session him, he immediately just goes, nah, have a good day.
Yeah, because he went through Evergreen.
Yeah,
that's
why,
really right?
Yeah.
That's gonna change, man, right? Seeing that shit go down, right? He really deserves like a medal or something. You know what I mean, right? So he can stick it on, and people be like, "Oh my god, bro, you survived Evergreen," and Ben can be like, "Yeah, that's right." And I got the mental scars to prove it.
Oh, yo, the person that sent us our first super tip is from Maverick Darby's community. I joined the Discord. That's fucking cool. So we're gonna have some crossovers. I can feel it. We're gonna have some crossover soon. Very cool.
I should join that Discord actually as well and say hi. So Ben he just posted this thing by Martamade. Daryl Cooper, of course, famous mustache apologist who dared to say that perhaps World War II was not the best outcome for the West. How dare he undermine the post-war consensus, bros? And the fucking responses to this, all the kosher centrists are swarming now, basically, right? What happened to you, Ben? You used to be on our side. What happened to you? Did you get brainwashed? Did the woke right slip something into your milky tea? What happened to you,
Always
Ben?
so milky.
And it's just, mate, it's just all this like shit, right? Ben's like, I read a Substack article by a Nazi apologist, which you clearly would not have shared if you weren't unsympathetic to his arguments. Just like you platformed Alexander Dugin, who has explicitly called for the genocide of Ukrainians. Did you raise that with him? I mean, the thing is, right, the Ukrainians like killed Alexander Dugin's daughter, right, in a failed car bombing attempt. So like in front of his eyes, right? Like, so he literally saw his daughter get like blown up in front of his eyes for a car bomb that was meant for him. I would think that would perhaps make you like slightly not friendly with the people who did that, right? You know, like, I mean, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. This motherfucker.
Dude, I'm still arguing with him right now. Okay, I'm trying to not say anything because we don't have time for it, okay? Long story short, this person sent me a columnist from the Daily Beast as unbiased journalism, okay? I'll put it to you that way.
We've got time. We clown on our detractors. We eat their detraction. Only makes us stronger. So Ben's getting like double teamed. This is Artie. Oh my god, how dare you have that horrible racist, rhetorically defective on your show? Like, it's such a shame. I'm a British centre-left GC. What the hell is a GC?
I'm sorry, hold on. Can you just go back to what I posted for a second?
Uh-huh.
So now this is the perfect example of being rhetorically defective, because rhetorically I am completely safe from everything. All I said was I understand, right? I didn't advocate for anything. That's the entire bait of saying that. I literally talked about hanging these people. It's still up, and I posted it to James Lindsay, and they think this is the bad thing that I said, okay? Please. They can find something spicier than that to hang their hat on, so to speak.
Don't you understand, Artie? You're dealing with a member of the aristocracy here, the mental aristocracy. It's such a shame. I'm a British centre-left GC. I presume GC means gay communist, but also anti-Trump.
Gender critical.
Right. No, gay communist. But also anti-Trump, anti-Putin, and anti-Brexit. Well, why don't you fuck off to Europe then?
Dude, this person 5 minutes ago in 2 minute span sent me 5 posts about Russia. I'm not this person is a Spurg beyond Spurgs.
Well, he lives in Bath, which is like a really, really like lefty place in the UK. So I'm not surprised.
Place in the UK. Wow. That's saying a lot.
Yep. I'd love to recommend Ben to my friends and colleagues, but how can I do that when he's giving friendly interviews to Russian imperialists and far-right fascists? I think he's talking about you there, Artie.
Dude, I love it. You see how I've already laid the groundwork of publicly calling myself an atheist, liberal, civic nationalist, okay? There's so many clips of me saying that. It's incredible.
This is just the same thing. It goes round and round, right? It's like, we don't cancel people. We just want them deplatformed, bro.
Every time. No, not deplatformed. I'm all for free speech. I'm just disagreeing with it. Okay, you're a pussy. Like, all right. Good for you. You want a cookie, motherfucker?
Did you enjoy your chat with Dugin, Ben? Did you ask him about this quote? And yes, he's not keen on the Ukrainians. Again, might have something to do with...
Did you have the conversation the way I wanted you to have the conversation? Every time.
But Artie, did you ask Connor Tomlinson why he thinks people from immigrant backgrounds shouldn't be allowed to be MPs? Because they bring their own like racial bullshit into your government, right? And they wind up ruling over you, and you shouldn't be fucking ruled by foreigners. Oh my God, right? Like fucking Aristotle literally said this, for fuck's sake. This would include our most recent former PM, Rishi Sunak. Yeah, he can fuck off. As well as Sajid Javid. He can also fuck off, right? Like, oh my God. Like, you got some like, you got some shit of you beefing with him. Do you want to like bring that up?
I guess so. But
I mean, you know, like
somebody like this, okay? Now we all know I try to be on my best behavior, okay? It really takes a lot to bring this out of me. I specifically said this to Ben Boyce when I talked to him. I'm like, just so you know, when we're done, the people that make you second guess what you think, I'm going to be arguing with them in the comments. It pisses me off so badly that people try and do this bitchy shit. Did you enjoy your chat with Dugan? Did you ask him about this quote? And all I said was, that's awesome. Do you have any more people to recommend, you fucking pathetic pussy? And then he goes, you actually think calling for the genocide of Ukrainians is awesome? Now, I don't give a shit about anything that this person has to say. All I want to do is try to be the boogeyman that's in their head. Yeah, I think it's appropriate. Freedom of speech or no? Russia doesn't have freedom of speech. This person, as I come to find out, is obsessed with Russia.
All the British left are obsessed with Russia, mate. Right? They're
really?
All
what is that?
It's okay. Basically, right. The UK is trying to gin up war with Russia for reasons, honestly, I can't, maybe historical because of the Crimean War. And so all the fucking soft-headed lefties are like convinced that unless they defeat Russia in a ground war, Putin is going to like invade the United Kingdom. It's the most fucking retarded shit I've ever fucking heard, right? And then when you point this out, they're like, oh, but Russia might take the Baltics. Like, well, maybe you should make peace then. Right? Like, have you considered a peace treaty or some shit? Like, it's so fucking retarded. I'm so over this, right? This shit has been going on for like, oh my God, like 3-4 years now. They've been banging on about this bullshit. Please go on.
No, but then like, so it's not even worth my time. It's remarkable how they've managed to convince credulous MAGA idiots like you of that. Mind you, I don't know what we're talking about, okay? When somebody is about to start spurging, I just start saying anything because whatever I say is secondary to what's already in their warped mind. So they say, what does it feel like to be a client state of a country with less than 1/10 of your GDP? And I say, oh my God. Yeah, and then they send Julia Davis, okay? And I look at their fucking profile, and it's a columnist for the Daily Beast. Now, fellas, if you don't know who the Daily Beast is, I envy you. The Daily Beast is like leftist trash, and it's been leftist trash for over a decade. Fuck white people, all the classics. Further to the left of CNN, really radical shit during the 2020s. So this person is like, oh, I don't really have any idea who Julia Davis is. I don't really care about her political affiliation. Oh, okay. Have you taken that into consideration with everyone that you're fucking posting about Russia, right? Whatever they say in Russia could never be subversive, knowing that they're being watched or anything like that. So every single thing that somebody says in Russia is 100% the truth and proof of what they're saying from the eyes of a leftist journalist. That's all I have to say about it. Look at, he starts spurging. Look at. Like, I didn't respond to one of them, and then I'm going to respond to all of these. This person is psychotic. That's it. That's all I have to say about him. We got some
you have just encountered the horror that is the British center leftist. Like we have a whole country full of these fucking like people, right? Like, oh, and this is the thing, right? Like they're basically exactly the same as the far leftist, except they distinguish themselves by saying that they recognize that like men and women are different. But apart from that, right, they're exactly the same. My blank slate, my fucking, I'm so sick of it. Anyway, we got some super chats.
Catching up.
Yes, Leaf Man with a frying pan. This is a good name. $2. Thank you very much. Thoughts on the Nagasaki Cathedral bombing theory? Is that the theory that they firebombed Nagasaki because it was a Christian center of Christianity? Yeah, it sounds about right to me. I could totally believe that. Dongus Cock 69. Good
there
to see
he
you,
is.
mate, for $5.
He's back. His name is back.
He's back. Me dad was milked in the Holly. Oh, that must have been very unpleasant for him. I mean, was it a gentle milking or was it quite a rough one? Did they use one of those machines? I guess is the real question.
It's still funny. It's
still funny.
Still funny. And it's getting funnier and funnier. There's no longer the Streisand effect. It's the Finkelstein effect is what he has created. He's created his own effect on the world.
6.5 millimeter
cheeks.
Grendel.
Get his cheeks.
1488. You guys have Devin Stack, aka Black Pilled. I don't have enough time actually, but I do like Devin's content.
So
Yeah.
I've been recommended to him many times in my comments in the past few months. When I was doing research for the Eric Arval interview, I listened to his conversation with Devin Stack, who is black pilled, and Eric Arval is white pilled. And so I know a decent amount about him from that because he was talking about his background and stuff like that. I guess my only issue is that he's like black pilled. Like, it's not very like, so what do we do? It's just kind of we're fucked messaging, which doesn't really lead to any like action, but I do know that he is active more in private circles in terms of getting things done, so to speak. So
And he did do that incredible version of Satisfaction that's all about the moose. You ever hear that?
No, but his Odyssey, dude, he's got
So
like
cool.
28,000 followers on Odyssey, and he'll do like deep dive streams. It really is the best use of Odyssey I've ever seen. So definitely check out his longer form content after you're done listening to us, of course.
Of course. Drenth, good to see you. Drenth for 2 Canadian loonies. Fellas, didn't see this was going to be
there
a
he is,
thing.
the legend.
It's always a thing, mate. King Solo Wings for $5
every Friday.
They want consent. White British men to war. They want to send white British men to war and leave the women and children behind. Yeah, that's probably correct, right?
Probably.
And Appalachian Goy, good to see you, mate, for $2. That is why I deleted my social media. You'll be back. You'll be back.
We can't delete social media.
Yes, literally.
Now I love how it's like, well, sorry, this, it's kind of for work, so I have to, I mean, I'd love to leave social media, but now I kind of have to do it. My hands are tied,
So what do we do next? We've got some like stupid Lindsay.
Dude, go for the arc. Go for N-Word's arc.
Okay, right. Let's go for the.
This story is incredible.
N-Word's arc. Wait, hang on. So this story is
set us up.
Like,
nice and slow and nice and easy.
Okay. So there be the preacher in Ghana who say that God spoke to him and tell him that flood be coming, and everyone who believe need to get to coast to get on the ark, which is built. This man, he named Ibo Noah. Is it Noah Ibo? Noah Ibo. No, Ibo Noah. He's very, very holy man. You can tell because he wearing the rags. Very holy man. So this shit like just totally kicked off in fucking Ghana. I don't know precisely where, because quite frankly, I'm just following this from like African TikTok, which is weird, right? Like it's even like you think like AI slop is like a thing in the West. Apparently in like, the third world, it's just taken over like completely. Kunle Drupka was saying he was in somewhere in South America, I think, and it's just like all the music you hear now is like just AI slop, like everything, all the commercials, all the signage. It's just, so 2 days to doomsday.
2 days to go until Ibo Noah's predicted end of the world. 380,000 followers have already joined him in waiting to board the ship. Ibo Noah claims that God warned him in a dream that a global flood will begin on the 25th of December 2025, and says he has built several large wooden arks in preparation. As of now, around 380,000 followers reportedly believe in his prophecy. Many supporters say they are waiting to board the arks, praying and preparing for what they believe will be the end of the current world. Videos circulating online show large crowds gathered near the reported site, with followers sharing testimonies and encouraging others to join before it is too late. Despite rising attention, no government agency, research institution, or meteorological department has issued any warnings to support the global flood claim. Climate experts say there is no evidence that an event capable of causing global flooding will occur. Some critics,
which is literally a first for the climate tards. I thought they would be like, oh yeah, the Earth is like totally dying, like, next Thursday at like exactly 12. No, they got to keep it loose.
Have also questioned the ark's authenticity, pointing to similar doomsday prophecies that have repeatedly failed in the past. Still, for many believers, the movement is about faith rather than proof. As December 25 approaches, global attention remains fixed on what will happen next. Do you think the flood will actually come on the 25th, or will this become another failed end of the world prediction?
So this be the Christmas prediction for Ghana. And look, I don't know exactly how many people went to the coast. I don't know how many arcs they have. Actually, I've got a news article here somewhere.
This isn't real. This isn't real.
No, it is. It's real. This is look.
No, it isn't. Look at that website.
This is from Ghana
What
Web.
is it, a GeoCities Moonfruit website? Where is this coming from?
The self-proclaimed Ghanaian prophet has been making headlines, especially on social media, for constructing a modern-day Noah's Ark. What began as social media sensation and subject of public debate, Igbo Noah has continued to share several videos on the TikTok showing him sawing timber and gradually building his ark. This seems like just a fucking massive scam.
Really?
Yeah, I know, right? I don't know why, but
hold
like
on,
I'm getting
hold
this
on.
incredible psychic sense.
But
right?
look at his shirt. How is it a scam? Why would he be in such tattered rags if it was a scam?
That's right.
Didn't think of that, did you?
Oh wait, he posted a thing on like YouTube. Oh, I should try and like look that up. Oh, here we go. There's actually like TikToks on the page. Let's see if this will work. Oh, fucking wait, hang on. No, it's gonna try and here you go.
I am interceding for everybody, for the prisoners, for the government people, for the securities, for the women walking on the street. Father, I am interceding for everybody. I am using this 4 days fasting to intercede for everybody. Father, please, look at what is happening in other countries. Look at what is happening in other countries. Flood. But we are praying that Ghana, nothing will happen. The whole world.
Can a Noah borrow an ark?
But we are praying. This is what I've seen. It is very strange. It is very strange. Please again, in the mighty name of Jesus, everybody will be saved. God bless you.
This is what I have seen. Steal the ark.
Dude, he never changes his clothes. This guy really is just like, all he's focused about is this project, okay?
So this is the ark, apparently. Let's hang on. No, wait, what the? Wait, that's the wrong one.
You good?
Where's it? Why is it not?
Excellent. So if you want to figure that out, we do have another super tip from Arden Party. If you want me to just
Oh,
hop
very
them over
nice.
real quick.
Uh-huh.
Very much appreciated. Let me see if I can do this, fellas. I'm working on the fly right now, doing as good as I can. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm doing the best I ever did. There we go. Let's try this out.
All I want for Christmas is a big titty goth girlfriend for my friend who you should follow. Arden Party on X and Rumble. Also, cheap ads are cheap, Cabron.
Cabron James over here. Cabron.
Man,
Very
that is pretty
nice.
fucking cool. That is
Very
pretty cool.
nice, fellas. Excellent. So that will
Okay,
be
so
improved upon each stream. Thank you very much. Much appreciated.
so the TikToks aren't working for some
Not a
reason.
problem.
I was hoping to get some shots of him
I think we get it. I don't think he's
building the ark.
I don't think he can reinvent the wheel because I don't even know if he knows what the wheel is. Okay. I don't
Okay,
know if
so-
he's seen a wheel before, let alone reinvent it.
Okay, so a lot of people rushed to where the ark was at.
Okay. What's wrong with this? What are you afraid of black people thriving?
Yeah, this is in Ghana. In
Does that
case
scare
couldn't
you?
tell.
You scared?
Just, man, there's so many people. Look at this shit. Ah, fuck. Hang on. Forgot to
You're
share
good.
the tab. Sorry.
Yep.
Man, that is a lot
Now,
of fucking people.
now, fellas, personally, as a follower of followers of Christ, okay, a part of me really does feel bad that like people are so downtrodden and they really have no way out of their situation, whether or not they were born this way or not, no matter what the reason is. This many people going to trust this person to this extent is it's tragic that hundreds of thousands of people would risk such injury to try to make their lives better. Now let's be unbelievably racist and make fun of them.
Well, I mean, the most important thing, of course, when the world is about to end and you're building an ark, is to make sure that you've got a new Mercedes.
This is his version of an evangelist needing a $500,000 jet to get around. You know, I need to move around, don't I?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like, look, the ark isn't going to move itself, right? He probably bought this Mercedes so he could hook it up to the ark's propeller, right? You know, or like to shuttle people back and forth into the ark, right? I'm sure there's a good reason. Look, he's wearing rags. Okay, he must be a holy dude.
No, dude. Those rags are absolutely tattered. They are tattered rags.
Tattered rags. The prophet has appeared from his new Mercedes. Oh my!
It's exactly what you think it would be.
Look at this shit.
I want to say a very big thank you to all of you. One for sending, one for supporting.
Look at the fucking leather seats and shit.
But like,
nice car.
Imagine it that he's well groomed and has bling all over him. He is sitting in the position of someone that would look like that, right? He's making the same.
God did speak to me in vision and tell me that we need a leather seat on the ark. Leather is from one of the animals.
It is from the booty of a rhinoceros.
Oh, for God's sake. This is so fucking mental, right?
Can you believe that he would use that money for a potentially nefarious, self-fulfilling purpose like that? Maybe he just watches a lot of Hassan Piker.
Yes, exactly. So the big day approaches, right? And he has basically said that he will be hanging out on the night in question at a in the club, right? He will be waiting for the apocalypse.
Wow, that is the black version of the Happy Merchant meme.
It's coming on from the 24th to ending. Yeah, and still reminding me of the ark 25th. If nothing happened, I will be here to have fun with SK Tower.
If nothing happened, praise be to God, I would be at very expensive club. But don't worry, bros. It turns out,
was it 380,000 people?
Yeah, I mean, that's what the TikTok said, but I don't know, right? I mean,
how do you count that many people?
This is Africa, man, right? Like, so
but you want to know what's hilarious is that Africa's. Do you know how many people they that had COVID in all of Africa?
Oh yeah, bugger all.
257,000. There was 1 million in the United States, so this is more people than even had COVID in Africa, reportedly. So yeah, the numbers are not necessarily accurately tracked.
Yeah, but they weren't testing, and I don't know if you remember this, right? Pepperidge Farms remembers, but there were like 2 or 3 small African countries who didn't buy onto the whole COVID thing, and those leaders got like removed or assassinated like very, very quickly. There was one who was I forget the country, one of those like small African countries.
Yeah,
and he sent a bunch of COVID tests off, right? So he tested like a goat and like a jackfruit and like just just swabbed them on like random shit and like sent them in, right?
Yeah.
And they all came back positive. And then he got up in front of his people and he's like, "This is bullshit. We are not doing this COVID bullshit." And then like a month later, he was removed from office. And the dude the lady who got in, was someone who worked with the WHO. So, and then of course they rolled out the vaccine program. So, right? I mean, obviously, wouldn't want to be a conspiracy theorist or anything. Now you might be wondering, dear viewers, oh no, right? Did the world end? Fortunately, dear God, be talk to Ebo Noah and told him that because of his prayer and fasting, the crisis don't be averted.
Oh my
So,
Lord.
let me catch you say your friend Ebo Noah. God reveals to redeem. I have prayed, I have fasted, I have donated, and I have built. And through my prayers, I got another vision. And in the vision, when you look at the number of people coming all over the country, all over the world into the ark, the expansion of the ark couldn't contain them. So I shared my vision to some great men of God who also interceded with me. After the intercession, God has given us some time to build more arks in addition to the 10 that will contain all of us. So tomorrow, nobody should rush to any location. I am not selling tickets. I am not taking money from anyone also. So please, stay home, enjoy yourself, have fun. And also, I am wishing all of you Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Still, the ark is there. Repent. 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 God bless you.
Now, he's acting like everyone's driving there in their Mercedes. Like, they're walking there, buddy. It's kind of hard to just turn around and go home.
This is making me wonder, actually, right? If this just started off as like a LARP, as a bit of a scam, right? And it got out of control, okay? And literally hundreds of thousands of people are on the move across Ghana, right? I presume like the government had a word to him. It's like, what are you doing? You are disrupting our country. We will torture your testicles if you do not stop this, right?
I don't know, dude. There's a lot of unused space. Like, how the United States is known for having just a lot of space, right?
Yeah.
In Africa, they have a lot of space. They're like, go ahead, see what you can do with the fucking land. I don't know. Maybe there's a fucking ark there. What the fuck?
No. But you've got hundreds of thousands of people like moving across the country, right? Selling all of their stuff. That's really, really bad. It's gonna like mess up the economy. People aren't going to be going to work. Like, the government literally exists to like stamp on shit like this, like basically. And this, like, and look at this poor bastard, right? So this guy traveled from Liberia to Ghana, right? Sold all of his,
my God.
Right? And now he's like stranded in Ghana because the ark didn't. Oh, man.
No, hold on. So when I try to empathize with someone that it's virtually impossible to empathize with them, all I can do is find the closest thing that I have to this, okay? So he's probably feeling pretty embarrassed, pretty low right now, okay? I played a show. I was in a math metal band, and I've always sucked at playing guitar. No one enjoyed our set. We had a really bad set. We fucking sucked. And my toxic ex-girlfriend was there watching us have a really shitty set. Afterwards, she came up to me, and I'm not kidding. I was sitting down like this guy, and I said to her, just tear my ass apart right now. I said, just make fun of me, fucking trash me as much as you possibly fucking can right now. That's the closest I can feel to what this guy is feeling with this level of shame and disappointment and feeling like an idiot.
Well, yeah. So, like, imagine if you sold everything you owned and moved like halfway across the country and spent all of your money to play this like shitty gig, right? And so, you know, you were then stuck in like, I don't know, Memphis or something, right?
Best I can do is shitty math metal band. It's best I got for you.
Trent's coming in.
Yeah,
hot.
his cheeks.
Another 1488 Canadian loonies. Thank you very much, Trent. It's not that they are desperate and poor. They lack anyone of competence and will grab anyone of confidence. Brain drain is real. Yeah.
Well, sometimes, as we're going to see after this next clip when he's performing live, sometimes they trade their brain for a chain. Okay.
Yep. So I mean, just look at this shit.
Papa we Liberia. I be drew her and a paway. And a poy also see her see by you whom you pay. So by before a bono wa arcano. And or by arcaninia papa yabu to you. More when you bono wa father.
Okay, I can't speak this particular brand of
Come on,
African.
you're supposed to be international and worldly.
Yeah, well, I mean, you would think living in London, I would literally have mastered like every single language on the earth. But
African
no.
language, yeah.
So then, after this thing goes like tits up, right? What does he do? He appears at a rap concert in front of a big LCD screen.
But he appeared
like,
there.
Yeah.
He appeared there.
Magically appeared. Check this shit out.
Conference Center. Rapaholic. Still.
Dude, as long as he's in the tattered rags.
God reveals to redeem. And you mentioned that you put fire, go put fire, then you mean NCR. And you start on the fast. Let's party!
It's exactly what any AI video would tell you exactly how this ends. Okay, it's the most predictable ending in the world.
Now, the thing that really gets me, right? Look at this freeze frame. Okay, right? So the dude behind him, right, pushing him, right? How many times have we seen exactly that kind of smile, right, on like black migrants, right? I am about to fuck you.
You are going to get fucked.
You are about to get fucked. Please do give me your wallet, or violence is about to ensue. Okay, so here's Ebo Noah. He's like surrounded by all of these like heavies. I presume these are the dudes like running the concert. And it looks to me like they've taken over his operation or something. And they're like, you are going to do this concert. You come out on this stage, because he doesn't look like someone who's stoked to be like about to go on stage, right? He looks like someone who is in fear of his life, right? If I do not get this right, they are going to take my testicles. Okay, check this.
Let's go. Let's go.
So I don't know what's going to happen to this guy.
Well, yeah, well, he's not a musician. He's not a musician. He's just telling everyone the fucking arc's going to happen, right? He's like a preacher.
Mate,
in a way.
I mean, I guess, right? It's like, so his job now is probably going to be like to go out on stage in rags and bare feet and be like,
and then
everyone who bought a ticket to this concert has been chosen by God.
Like, yeah, right. He has to keep that going.
Fuck, right. Waffle has gifted 10
cheeks.
membership. Oh, wait,
Spread
we
those cheeks. Get him.
got to clap them cheeks.
He's getting away.
Thanks very much, Waffle. Much appreciated,
And
mate.
Fellas, I'm probably going to be dropping a hard R video tonight, since this is Race Realism Awareness Month still. I do have a video that kind of goes with what I say about white nationalism now, but when I was considering myself more of a liberal over 6 years ago, and you'll see that I am one of the most consistent motherfuckers that's ever existed. So I'm probably dropping that tonight in place of a public video. So enjoy that. Plus the over 20 hours of content behind the paywall, 2 of those being 7-hour hangout streams. We get wild, fellas. That's all I'm saying. So enjoy. Thank you again.
And while I was researching, I just came across this, which is just so fucking random. Check this out.
Now, fellas, what's more ridiculous? The fact that this guy in tattered rags is capable of mobilizing that many Africans, or how incredible it is that that dog is balancing on a man's head. Which one is more ridiculous is what I want to know. Because I think what's more ridiculous is the dog balancing on the man's head. Honestly, if I'm being honest with you, I'm pretty sure that's more rare. That's more unbelievable.
Right. Okay, so that's the first hour done.
Oh,
mate.
I have the Joe Rogan, the Nick Fuentes on Joe Rogan.
Okay, well, let's do that, mate. You you can drive.
That kind of goes into, we got some Fuentes clips coming up, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That would kind of lube the wheels, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Not grease them, lube them.
2 for war. You'd think we'd have more presidents. The Catholics.
Yeah, they only had one.
Biden,
right?
too.
Oh, Biden's Catholic.
We got Biden.
Allegedly.
True. We only got one. He got shot. And then Biden was doing auto sign. Give us a good one.
Yeah. You got anybody in mind?
Fuentes.
Nick Fuentes? He could probably win in a few years.
Hold on, let's talk.
Listen, he couldn't have existed before, right? 10, 20 years ago, couldn't have existed. Now, super popular. What's 20 years from now look like? You know, maybe someone like that can win.
Well, we'll see.
I gotta pee so bad. We gotta wrap this up anyway.
I'm down.
4:18.
We got that one at the buzzer.
Yeah. Well, listen, I will say this about it. It's fascinating to watch that there's like a whole group of people that feel very unrepresented in the world. And especially like young men. And here you got this young guy with a very high verbal IQ.
Mm-hmm.
And he also does a lot of shit posting, a lot of talking shit, a lot of trolling, says women shouldn't be allowed to vote, says wild shit. And that Piers Morgan thing is like, bro, that was like an expert sparring with someone who thought they were an expert.
Sure.
Like they're playing 2 totally different games.
And it's also the thing that people try to get Fuentes on is that he's still funny as fuck.
It's funny.
So that's where you're in a lot of trouble.
When he hits him, do you think you made jokes about the Holocaust? He goes, too soon. Like, dude.
Oh,
and you could see
he's wild.
You could see Piers going, oh fuck,
bro. When he was like, me mom died. I was like, holy shit.
Bro, he got hit. He got hit with a missile on that one. Too soon. Too soon. It was like, oh my God.
Now, Shane Gillis is probably considered one of the best stand-up comedians, like well-liked, revered stand-up comedian, hasn't gone woke, has fought against it, calling Nick Fuentes fucking funny. Joe Rogan saying he has a high verbal IQ. Fellas, is it official that Nick Fuentes is fucking mainstreamed at this point? Is it official?
Oh yeah, it's absolutely official, mate. Like he is totally mainstream. It didn't work, right? Like presumably the idea was to bring him out into the open and then destroy him or use him as like a way to sort of define the edge of reasonable discourse. But he's bleeding over into the rest of the discourse.
They tried to destroy him, but they just can't beat the goyim.
You try to destroy him.
They're trying,
but you just can't beat the goyim.
I mean, dude, everything they're trying is just making him more powerful. There has to be so many like historical allusions to this in media and in stories where there's a point where everything you try is now not working, and not only is he reflecting damage, but he's reflecting damage with a bonus multiplier. So they're attempting to do like 1,000 damage, and he's reflecting it and doing 2,000 damage back. It's incredible.
Yeah,
it's an incredible buff.
Yeah, you got more clips?
No, we should start up. There's a lot to chew on with Fuentes and Shapiro, Vance. I got some things I want to say about it.
Okay, so we didn't really cover AmFest last show because we were covering other stuff. I can't remember.
I can't remember either. What was that? 2 weeks ago? Was the last show 2 or 3 weeks ago? What was it?
Try like 3 days ago, man.
Yeah. Well, it feels like a fucking month. Okay.
Well, it's been Christmas, man. You've been like in the Christmas time warp, bro.
That's what it is.
Funny things to a fella.
That's a Christmas cope warp. Like, as if my memory is better when it's not Christmas or the holidays. I appreciate the effort. That was nice of you.
Thank you very much. So Vance was at AmFest. Basically, he was saying all the right things. Anti-white hatred has to stop. He even took a couple of shots at the ADL saying like, why doesn't the ADL come over to our side? This is clearly a mistake, right? The ADL needs to be fucking shut down, right? Like, but I think Fuentes covered this, right? Vance, he's trying to be a unifier, trying to be a coalition builder, trying not to alienate what is, depending on the polling that you believe, either a third or the half of the Republican Party that basically is America first at this point, right? So Vance knows that if he turns around and he like says, he's not Alex Jones, I'd announce Nick Fuentes and na, he's going to lose a serious chunk of his base. But if he doesn't denounce Fuentes, he's going to lose money from the donor moves. So he's in a bit of a tricky position here. On the other hand, he's got the PayPal mafia who can give him money. So he's not sort of totally beholden on that group to fund him. Check it out.
Side of you, I mean all of you, each and every one. President Trump did not build the greatest coalition in politics by running his supporters through endless, self-defeating purity tests. He says, make America great again because every American is invited.
What kind of American are you?
We don't care if you're white or black, rich or poor, young or old, rural or urban, controversial or a little bit boring, or somewhere in between. People of every faith come to our banner because they know that the America First movement will make their lives better, and they also know that the Democrats don't care about anything other than maybe transing their kids.
Now, you notice how he said the America First movement? It's quite a genius move that Fuentes has basically planted his flag on that phrase, right? Yep. America First. Now, anytime anyone else uses the phrase America First, they're going to think of Fuentes.
How would you improve upon the phrase America First?
Well, you can't. And that's the point. Like this is how political speech works, right? You take a phrase, you define it, you make it yours, right? It's like you sort of you take ground in the logosphere, I guess you would say, right? You stake your claim to like a certain concept, a certain phrase. And Nick got there first because MAGA was sort of, make America great again. Everyone can join, gays, trannies, even Vivek Ramaswamy, and especially, of course, if you're our friends with the small hats. We love the small hats over here. Miriam gave me so much money.
Just enough to cover the back of the crown.
That's right. But America First is because the thing is, right, like MAGA obviously encompasses Israel, right? Whereas America First is sort of inherently much more isolationist, not sort of so friendly to Israel. So it's going to be interesting, right? I think Vance is trying to thread the needle here.
I don't even think America First is necessarily isolationist, okay? But we're trying to get out of the abusive relationship with Israel. So we're just starting to be like, we just need some time to work on ourselves, okay? Before we go back out in the dating pool with other countries, okay?
Yeah,
First, we need to take care of what's at home, okay? We need to really focus on ourselves.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
with the massive infiltration we have in our own fucking country before we send billions overseas, probably is the biggest gripe that everyone can get on board with.
So if you love America, if you want all of us to be richer, stronger, safer, and prouder, you have a home on this team. I didn't bring a list of conservatives to denounce or to deplatform, and I don't really care if some people out there, I'm sure we'll have the fake news media, denounce me after this speech. But let me just say, the best way to honor Charlie is that none of us here should be doing something after Charlie's death that he himself refused to do in life. He invited all of us here. Charlie invited all of us here for a reason, because he believed that each of us, all of us, had something worth saying, and he trusted all of you to make your own judgment.
So yeah, right. You get the idea. Now, Fuentes had an excellent reply to this.
Oh, look at you with your receipts. Okay.
Wait, hang on. 1.5 is too fast.
Too
yeah, check this out.
So he wants the Groypers on the team. He kept saying it. We are a team. We want our team. Wants the Groypers on the team. So he knows he can't really disavow me. Can't really disavow my views. Doesn't want to fight with me. But panders a little bit. At the same time, he needs to disavow me to get the Jewish money. At the Hanukkah party at his house, shortly after the Hanukkah party at the White House, where Miriam Adelson said to Donald Trump, if you run again, I will give you another $250 million. Vance knows.
We covered this.
Like in 24, he's going to need the support of Jewish money to become the president. And the Jews need him to disavow me. The GOP establishment needs him to disavow me. So this is his way of having it both ways. He says, I disavow anybody that attacks my wife, whether your name is Jen Psaki or Nick Fuentes. That's not a disavowal. And let me be clear, what the Jews are looking for, okay, Wheel of Fortune, what we were looking for was, I disavow Nick Fuentes and the Groypers and their ideology. That is what the Jews are looking for. They will accept nothing less. Okay? And they are sticklers about that sort of thing. They're not looking for a vague or general apology. This is the ADL we're talking about. This is the RJC and the ZOA we're talking about. Excuse me. They're not looking for somebody to say, I disavow all anti-Semitism. They want to hear the words, I disavow Nick Fuentes, Groypers, and anti-Semitism. And if you don't say those words, they're not happy. What he said was, I disavow anyone that attacks my wife, whoever they are, whether their name is Jen Psaki or, and then he did a both sides equivocation. Oh, well, my name is Nick Fuentes and I attacked your wife. It is a totally indirect drive-by shot, and it doesn't even hit the central issue. So the Jews are not going to be happy. They want to hear I disavow. Didn't happen. He said, well, I disavow anyone that attacks my wife. Okay, well, that's a lot of people, okay? A lot of people don't like your wife. Just saying. Liberals, conservatives, it is what it is. She's not super popular. Okay. So it's not even on message 2. It's not even direct. It's about your wife, not Israel. It's not isolating me. It's talking about this bull. I disavow Jen Psaki. What does Jen Psaki have to, what did she even say? She didn't even say anything bad. That was just a way to dilute it so it didn't sound as left-wing. So he, in other words, instead of attacking a far-right guy, he could say, oh, well, I attacked anyone that criticized my wife, and even still, I attacked a broad swath of people on the left and right, and even said her name first. It's actually a very cowardly attack. I would have respected him more if it was direct, like when Ted Cruz said, Donald, stay the hell away from Heidi. Remember that? Remember when Trump said he was going to spill the beans on Ted Cruz's wife? And Ted Cruz said, Donald, you're a sniveling coward, and stay the hell away from Heidi.
Right. So Fuentes is doing a really, really good move here, right? One of the sort of best ways to combat this kind of influence is to point out sort of clearly and succinctly what it is that they are trying to do by stealth. So, because the whole point of like stealth and this sort of like, creeping around, like, oh, we don't really like want this, like, is to clearly state what it is they want and what they're trying to do. And in my opinion, he is 100% correct, right? The Moos want Vance to come out and say, I disavow Fuentes, I disavow the Groypers, I disavow anti-Semitism, and they are not going to be satisfied until they get it. Now, this was also quite interesting. This is Vance talking about.
Also, fellas, if you could please like the stream and so it possibly gets sent out to more people. Arden Party making a good point where it's a third. As we all know, fellas, we've all been drunk. We've all been at the bar. Okay. Can't fuck with a third. It's got to be half full. Okay. Sure, you can push it down and combine it into your balls to make one giant super boner, but we don't want to do that. We want it to be at least half. So please like the stream. Much appreciated. Please continue, Fist.
We also, quick super chat, Suck Duck for $2. Thank you very much. They shouldn't get a choice for or against isolation. Well, yeah, I think events are probably moving in that direction. Thank you very much, Suck Duck. So this started a lot of wailing and kvetching. Vance came out and said that white people don't have to apologize for being white anymore. Oh my God. Oh my God. How can you see that? It's white supremacy at the highest level of government. Everybody knows that white people need to apologize every single day for being white.
Somebody quick, call somebody that sounds like me.
Unlike the left, we stand against treating anybody. And I love what Nikki said about this. We don't treat anybody different because of their race or their sex. So we have relegated DEI to the dustbin of history, which is exactly where it belongs.
Oh, yeah? All those white dudes going to get their jobs back? Or are you just going to like, DEI has been consigned to the dustbin of history, except, where it hasn't, right? And the Civil Rights Act is like still there.
It's nice, Riggs. Well, exactly. It's nice that it's being said. And then, in the liberal democracy, how do we address the issue of the legislation being the issue? The one that's like baked into the country at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's so baked in that even if like Trump signed like an executive order repealing it, half the country would just ignore him.
They wouldn't understand either.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the United States of America, you don't have to apologize for being white anymore.
Listen to all those racists applauding. I'm scared, Artie. Artie, hold me. There are racists in the audience. They're going to do a white supremacy. It's another shower.
Well, it's funny because he says Vance is literally campaigning against Fuentes. And it's like, well, yeah, why else would you say that if Nick Fuentes hadn't been making such a huge deal about it, right? Who else would he be saying that to?
Yeah, well, I think I saw a clip from Fuentes, and he was saying like he's been told that 2026 is the year they're going to like properly try and take him down, which is going to be interesting to watch. I don't know how they could ruin his reputation at this point, so they may have to resort to more kinetic measures, as it were.
No, pedo. Remember the jerking off on the side of the road or something? Some of the classics, all of a sudden, remember that like Coney 2012 guy? They're like, yeah, he jerked off on the side of the road.
Dude, is that going to work in current year though? Right? Like this is the thing, right? Like, so I reckon a lot of people, right, would just be like, oh, I'm not fucking believing this shit, right? Like, well, they're going to paint him as like the next Epstein or something. Good luck with that. I just, I think there've been so many people of influence like removed by scandal. I'm not sure whether it'll work. Look, I'm not a scandal operative, right? I don't work at Scandals Incorporated. Okay. Like maybe they're cooking up something like extra special, but it seems to me that they're going to have to resort to more direct measures, right? because the group is being like who they are.
Well, you really have to have a matriarchal lineage to be good at that kind of stuff. It's not really a masculine thing to do.
If it came out, right, if they tried to like frame Nick for being a pedo, half the gropers would just be like cunny base.
Well, that's to his base. And so here's what happens. where he says something so, and this is pluralistic ignorance, where people privately agree with him when he makes statements about the discrimination against white people, reliance on Israel, the double standard, we want what they have. A lot of these basic forward-facing normie points that we've been saying for a couple of weeks, maybe like a month or two now. So once they hear that, they're going to be more permissive of other things that he says, right? And we've seen this with the left. How many crazy things has the left defended? But they're like, yeah, but universal healthcare, right?
Yeah.
So he's touching on something that is so not discussed in popular society. And they've already seen how the left rallies around like actual crazy people, where it's like, there's nothing he can do that's crazier than what the left fucking allows. So yeah, that's a good point, because like no one gives a shit. The spell really seems to be broken because he's touching on like the fundamental crux of the issue that a lot of people have trouble articulating because they're not allowed to fucking discuss it without being called a racist. So they'll think about it and go, oh, I can't think about that. But then he says it and they're like, that is, older women are watching Nick Fuentes. It's fucking crazy.
But we're also getting to the point, I think, like things are now getting so bad that the previous assumption that not having a completely unblemished moral character as a condition for being in government is no longer holding, because so many corrupt people have been in government. I mean, shit, you had people like fucking Dick Cheney, for Christ's sake, right? Like Henry Kissinger, like this is the way, right? Like it used to work, right? Everyone would pretend that all the people in government had these really unblemished moral characters, and that's how you would control them with scandal, right? If they stepped out of line a little bit, you have a little bit of a scandal, and you sort of warn them, be like, get back in line. And if they don't take the warning, a major scandal. I'm not sure. I just feel like the whole control grid is starting to come apart at the seams, because just so many people just don't fucking believe shit anymore. Right, hang on, let's get on with the rest of this.
And if you're an Asian, you don't have to talk around your skin color when you're applying for college, because we judge people based on who they are, not on ethnicity and things they can't control. We don't persecute you for being male, for being straight, for being gay, for being anything. The only thing that we demand is that you be a great American patriot. And if you're that, you're very much on our team.
So this is
he has to say that. He has to say it.
Yeah. Well, this is the MAGA position, right? This is the universalist position. Tim Walz, of course, was not happy. He was not happy.
Really?
Yeah, he got the call. As you know, of course, Tim Walz, he's very, very much on our team. He fights against the horror of white supremacy every day of his life, bro. That wasn't him who was like, how do I understand white rage? That was that fucking general who was like at the Pentagon. My God. Yeah.
And this is what happens when they no longer hide the idea of white supremacy. When you hear the Vice President of the United States talk about now white people won't have to apologize for being white. That's never happened once in my whole damn life.
We pat ourselves on the back sometimes that we acknowledge we have the worst racial disparities. I understand that the privilege I've been given as a white man and the privilege of sitting in the office of governor, that privilege had better be used to not just talk about the problem, but to solve the problem.
Yeah,
well,
man.
See, he's just talking about objective reality. It's there's all of this academic science to show that white people, white privilege, white fragility, all the white things, whiteness studies, white power, white supremacy, the federal government gets involved with white supremacy. So they've constructed an objective reality from which they can say, see how this is objective reality? This isn't my opinion. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being right. I'm just accurately critiquing it, is what they would say.
However, Vance was then interviewed by Unheard, who is it for? Right? And he managed this guy's Sohrab Ahmari.
Yeah, Mamdani. Just call him Mamdani.
Very English name, actually, right? He really should be like Muhammad Amhari, right? He'd be like much more at home. And this, of course, is the first paragraph because it's what the Jays were looking for. JD Vance has for months faced mounting pressure to censor Nicholas J. Fuentes and his army of boisterously racist and anti-Semitic supporters, known as Groypers. Speaking exclusively to Unheard, who is it for, at the vice president's residence on Friday, he doesn't mince his words. Let me be clear, he says. Anyone who attacks my wife, whether their name is Jen Psaki or Nick Fuentes, can eat shit. That's my official policy as vice president of the United States. So this is basically right. Like they're trying to basically make it out that, you know, he denounced Fuentes, but of course he didn't. He basically said the same line, right? He put Psaki first, right? Fuentes second, and was like, you know, you can all fuck off. Now,
is JD Vance's son's name Vivek?
Dude, I fucked up the ad on Twitter. I said like Fuentes versus Vivek, but I meant Fuentes versus Vance. They're both V names, right? You can see how like easy it is to get them confused.
No, but did you know that?
Wait, his son's name is Vivek? No way. Really?
So the names of his 3 children are Ewan, E-W-A-N, Mirabelle, and Vivek.
Oh my
JD
God.
Vance has a son named Vivek Vance.
Vivek Vance.
Yeah.
That sounds like if John Travolta were like in Bollywood, right? Vivek Vance on the dance floor.
Well, dude, this is what fucking Shane Gillis is saying, where he's like, can we just have a Catholic president? And then what I would say on top of that is like, can we have a white Catholic family, like a white Christian family? Because like Donald Trump isn't he's non-religious. He makes excuse, like he'll say things to let you know he's not religious. Okay, he'll be respectful of religion, but he openly, essentially, says he's not religious. Can we just get a white Christian family in you know the Oval Office in fucking the modern day? It's incredible because like right now, like you have the Vivek problem with JD Vance. His son's literally named Vivek.
Are you saying it's the Vivek question?
It's not. I don't even think it's a fucking question, if I'm going to be very honest with you.
Suck Duck for $5. Thank you very much, mate. Bars so low, H-Man is cool because he could balance a budget and didn't diddle. Yeah. I mean,
the bar is low.
The political class have lowered the bar like severely. So Fuentes had an excellent comeback to this that I thought was pretty fucking funny.
As always.
Now, first of all, I have to say, I really appreciate the invitation. It's very gracious. I've said a lot of negative things about JD Vance. So for him to extend an invitation like that to me, to have dinner, a traditional Indian dinner with him and his family, it actually moved me. It actually touched me a little bit. I said, I've been nothing but antagonistic to this guy, really unprovoked. I started the beef. And so for him, in the spirit of the holiday, in the spirit of Christmas, for him to extend an invitation in public like that, to enjoy a traditional Indian dinner prepared by his wife with his family at the Naval Observatory, he's a better man than me. He's a better man than me. And I got to give him a lot of credit for that. Credit where it is due. But respectfully, I must decline. That's sort of the whole point. I don't want to eat shit. Kind of the whole point. We don't want them here because we don't want to eat shit. I know they do that in India. I know they literally eat cow shit. I know that they will scratch their ass and then prepare food and eat shit that way also. We don't want them here because we don't eat shit in America. We try to avoid eating shit as much as possible. It's why we wash our hands. You know? So respectfully, I'm going to have to decline. Thank you, but no thank you. I will not be eating shit, but I wish you the best on your Christmas Eve dinner. I hope that goes well for you guys. But anyway.
So
sarcasm.
I try to employ a very similar strategy as Nick Fuentes. I don't know if he does it on purpose, but if you're going to take a swing at me, you better make it a good swing. And the way that he, like, to the vice president now goes, I just shouldn't have said anything. You know, there's going to be a level of regret there where it's like, if you're going to swing at him, dude, you're going to have to do it pretty fucking hard because he grew up on the internet. That's what, like,
yeah.
The internet
No,
is new
he grew up on
for a
4chan.
lot of. I know, but when I say the internet, I'm not talking about whatever the fuck we're on right now. Okay, growing up on the internet, X is now turning back into the Wild West internet. And there's if you never participated in the beginnings of the internet, you should get off the fucking internet. If you just like really join the discourse online post COVID, you're gonna look at James Lindsay. Like you need if you don't have the edge of the Call of Duty lobby, like saying literally whatever you want, completely uncensored, death videos, the worst things the internet had to offer. If you missed that, take a fucking seat, because whoever experienced that internet, me and Fist included, just kind of understand the psychology of what's going on right now. Is like, without any hubris, it's just like the most objective way I can explain it. I don't know how to explain to you like 25 years of internet history that's like feeling familiar right now. Like this feels like 20 years ago a little bit, doesn't it? And it's reaching the fucking vice president, dude. It's fucking crazy.
Did you ever see that 4chan post about how the rest of the internet is like a hug box, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this was written like at peak woke, right? The rest of the internet, everyone's going around hugging each other, jerking each other off. But 4chan is the hurt box, right? Like if your ideas are subpar, you will get destroyed. And if you can't take being called like nasty words, you will get destroyed, right? Like there's no mercy. And this blood sports arena has built people like Fuentes, right? Like, I mean, this is what freedom of speech like actually does, right? It hardens you. It makes you into a speech warrior, right? A speech badass. Like, you know, you've already heard every retarded argument a billion times. You've already been called every slur under the sun. You've seen the worst that humanity has to offer. And then when you go back into the world with the hug box people, right? And they're like, oh, I didn't really like the way that you said that. You know, it's a bit of a nasty word. You're just like, oh, just fuck off.
Well, so, but here's how you should calculate your engagement in these situations. This is how I have always calculated physical confrontations: is do not get into a fight with someone that has nothing to lose. I don't have a ton to lose, okay? But I got a fucking couple of things to lose. Do not fight someone that has nothing to lose. They will go to jail over nothing, okay? Now, conversely, what are you going to take away from Nick Fuentes? He has constructed his life around what he's doing right now. I mean, JD Vance, you have a lot of things you can lose, okay? Don't engage with Nick Fuentes. Now, Ben Shapiro has a great fucking strategy. Don't engage with Nick Fuentes. He understands this, okay? Of course, the Moo understands this. Fight a fight you can fucking win, right? Like he shouldn't have mentioned his name, and if he did, it should be neutral.
No, but he has to, right? Like everyone around Vance, right? Every single media interview that he does, right? They're like, you know, so you're going to denounce Fuentes, right? Look, the Jays want it, right? They want it. They want it really, really hard. And they're basic. This is why Lindsay and all the other kosher centrists are like, you know, Vance is one of them, right? Like, you know, no, because they're waiting for the performative denunciation, right? These of course, are the same people who believe in
they must be up his ass too about being like an actual Catholic, though.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. He needs to be.
He needs
to be a Judeo-Christian, mate, right? Remember when he went to Israel, he didn't kiss the wall. He went to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre and prayed.
Yeah, which is there for a fucking performance, by the way.
not very good optics. Right? I mean, like maybe it's optics, right? Like I don't know, right? But like, you know, maybe he's actually Catholic.
It seems like he is.
Case, you know, that's a bit. And we got a couple super chats.
Oh, sure.
Dude, sweet for $5. Gibby, thank you very much.
Yeah, dude. He's rolling up a shibby right now. Very nice.
Molokai for another 50 Swedish kroner. Fellas, I think universal healthcare fits with a Christian POV. Dude, you guys could afford like universal healthcare if you didn't have all the migrants.
Well, we know,
right?
well, yes, but we would need nationalism. It's easy to take care of your people when you view them as your people, and whatever the left likes to position as capitalism is just moodyism. That ultimate greed and whatnot. You don't do that to your fellow man. Look at Japan. Like they have an affinity for their fellow man, and they have a deep shame if it's found out that you fucked them over, right? So like we need to instill this sense of nationalism, which has to first be Christianity, and let the white people speak up. You have to let them speak up, dude. You have to. Now, ultimately, it's going to have to be some sort of civic nationalism that favors white people. Is what the solution is going to have to be. Because we can't. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like there has to be. Yeah.
No. This is the question of the age, right? Which is going to break first, anti-racism or the entire fucking country? Because that's how dire this shit is, right?
And you know that shit in the fucking UK, boy.
Anti-racism is one of the most destructive modern ideologies ever birthed. Look at what it's doing to the West. It's just completely destroying it over this retarded assumption that groups of different people are exactly the same. Who the fuck? Well, we know who birthed that, right? I mean, fuck.
Right. Well, the funniest thing is that like when you think about it historically, I said this in a video recently, where like in 1965 they were like, okay, we're gonna force black people and white people to integrate with each other, and then the next year they were like, and we're gonna let in non-Europeans at an alarming rate. So in a 2-year period, right?
Yep.
It was almost like there was a sense of urgency to hurry up and do that as quickly as possible instead of letting it naturally occur.
Yeah, it's funny how that works, isn't it? You know,
yeah, we didn't really bring that up.
Yeah, almost like there was sort of like some kind of long-term plan to like fuck over the country or something. Obviously, I wouldn't want to be espousing the great replacement conspiracy theory.
Well, just think about how like a 10-year-old would go, oh, that's obviously a terrible fucking idea. Like anybody would go, oh, that's an awful idea. We should wait first because it's going to cause a lot of tension in society.
Yeah. Well, the thing about the 10-year-old, right, is that he hasn't had 8 years in mindfuck university to see like what an awesome idea that is, right? So, double mumble for $5. I was 10 in the Modern Warfare 2 lobbies. Trust me, it's not a very nice place. Very fun though. That's how freedom works.
Is good. This is pivotal. So he was exposed to it while his brain was like still developing. That's pivotal. He gets it. His brain was developing around this reality of nobody gives a shit about you. Like that's just most people in general. Once you accept that and understand it, you go, oh, okay, I'm not taking this personally right now. Like this is just something that's being said. James Lindsay takes everything personally, new to the internet. Excellent super chat. Thank you.
But that's also freedom. Like this is the fundamental paradox of freedom. If you let people do shit, like they will also do like bad stuff. Like, maybe you should like harden up instead of, anyway. Dongus Cock 69.
He's back.
$2. That's it. Your position is weighted Civnat.
Excellent. I will do weighted Civnat because one of these days someone's going to want to debate me. I'm at 10,000 subs now. Actually, if you, in quotes, search rhetorically defective, an AI description of me and my channel comes up now.
Oh, wow. Dude.
And it says that I'm a social and political commentator. I am. I guess, man. Yeah, it is.
So, sir, we are extremely offended. We will need many Google gift cards to overlook this insult. Traditional Indian dinner. Nick Fuentes crosses a line, insults Indian as he reacts to J.D. Vance's rebuff over Usha Jaib. Far-right Christian nationalist Nick Fuentes crossed the line as he upped the ante in his ongoing beef with Vice President J.D. Vance as he insulted Indians in what he thought would be his smart comeback to J.D. Vance's eat shit tirade. Fuentes said he did not expect the Vice President to be so warm as to invite him to his traditional Indian family dinner.
Wow.
Fucking hell,
wow,
mate.
Dude.
Well and
truly one more super
chat. Redeemed. Okay, so now we're what are we doing now?
So now we're gonna switch over to the
I think you're driving now, right?
Yeah, but just before I do that,
It's time for Dark Q.
Suck duck, $2. Thank you very much. I would argue this all supports boomer socialism. I don't even know what socialism means anymore. Socialism, when the government does stuff, it's kind of, I mean, the government should be there to, I don't know how we do healthcare privately. All right. There has to be some sort of government solution. However, in my country, in the United States, and all across the West, who the fuck trusts their government? That's why it's a difficult conversation right now. The future that you want is only possible with unimaginable levels of violence. Okay. So
listen, may I present to you the Australian model, right? Which was working quite well until they invited a bajillion Jeets and Bamalians in, right? The government basically runs an insurance market. And if you're below a certain income level, you get free insurance. So the medical system is still private, but you get sort of government-backed insurance. It worked really, really well, until, obviously until mass immigration. Because then you don't have to have the government running healthcare, right? You just have basically sort of government insurance assistance for the poor. Check this out. Middle-aged plumber.
Wow.
10 memberships.
Waffle. Watch out, Waffle. Okay. Someone's on your heel.
He's here to fix the pipes.
Yeah. If he borderline sexually harasses me in private, then there's going to be a new king. Yeah,
very much.
You just received those memberships. There is a lot of content behind the paywall. I will be releasing a video probably tonight. I do laughs videos that are just kind of watching things you can't really watch on in public, so to speak, in case somebody wants to flag it and whatnot. Watch it behind the paywall. Have a grand old time. I started doing live streams with the fellows. Those can go up to 7 hours. My word. My absolute word.
They're
and
great
of course,
fun.
there are lore videos. There are lore videos where I have videos of me going crazy since 2017, 2018. Hearing those political opinions back then and hearing what I say now isn't terribly different. So a lot of interesting, unique content behind the paywall that other content creators just may not offer. So good looks on that. Thank you very much.
And Molokai for another 50 seconds. Thank you very much. Sweden was a top 10 country in 1970 before we began taking in people, and it was a tiny country. Yeah, well, many European countries and Nordic countries are like that. And of course, everything has improved immeasurably. Think of all the awesome grenade attacks they have brought. Is that Sweden? I think that's Sweden. Fucking mate. Yeah. Terrible situation.
Well,
so are we ready for Dark Q? Q has crawled up inside my butthole, and it's dark now. Dark Q.
So people have asked us to comment on Candace Owens. That's for broads. I'm not even trying to sound manly or misogynistic or anything, but she goes off I don't know, she's kind of like a black female Alex Jones in a way. Yep. Now, does she have the same track record of being correct? Well, she hasn't been doing this for nearly as long. She does have a history of being on the left, doxing people. Then she changed her mind. Okay. She also had a quote unquote hate crime levied against her back in her heyday. She moved up the ranks very quickly, probably since 2017. Worked at the Daily Wire, and now is doing her own thing. She seems to go really hard against Israel, which is a great function of a person. Does she go harder at Israel than Alex Jones? Absolutely. Do I think it's inappropriate to speculate to death about Charlie Kirk's death and literally torture his wife and family with these unfounded accusations? Yeah, I think it's fucking crazy. Imagine being Charlie Kirk's wife, dude. This is fucking crazy, okay? We all watched it happen in front of her and her kids. Of course, there's going to be people that are going to usurp this company, right? So she is going through an unimaginable amount of psychological torment, Erica Kirk, okay? So that's why I don't really care to talk about that too much, because I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. Let the bitch grieve, I don't know, man.
Plus, it just, it's just, you know what it is, right? Candace has tapped into how before YouTube, housewives used to like love watching like stuff about
That's what
serial
it is.
killers,
Yeah.
right? They'll be like, tonight, serial killer number 5. Can you?
Oh, was
and
Alex
now
Jones doing the voice for it?
Yeah, I don't know. I just slip into like weird voices sometimes. I'm tired like that, right? And now they've got like Candace, who's just housewife conspiracy theory kind of. I mean, they talk about the the paranoid style in American politics, right? Like all the Europeans like love to dunk on America. Hey, the paranoid style of American politics. We'd never do that over here. But it's kind of the problem fundamentally is no one knows who's actually in control of anything, right? Power has been basically completely occulted and concealed, and no one has any fucking idea why the government does anything because they're being controlled by a state within a state. So it just drives people crazy because in order to cover for their real objectives, the government just has to continually lie. And this is what you get when government legitimacy and faith in government falls to this kind of like level, and it's abysmal. I've seen the polling. This is what you get that fills the space. So are we ready for the dark Q hole, Artie?
Well, yeah. So it's going to be a battle of like rhetoric right now because none of them are making anything declarative or proving anything. And in fact, as I'll show you, Alex Jones has been saying things. He's going to talk about being right a lot, but he is actually like kind of provably incorrect. So let's try this out.
I'll just say it. Candace Owens is the new queen of black-pilled Q.
Racist.
It was white-pilled, insane Q that thought everything was fine and get your popcorn. And now the dark Q has risen. I don't say that because she's black. It's like Fuentes goes, Joe.
I don't say that because
not off to a great start.
You shouldn't have
Not
gone the
off
whole
to a
way,
great
Alex. They
start.
just called it Black Q.
But you see, even just hearing that from him makes it seems like the moves can affect him, right? Because he has to seem like he's not racist right there, right? It's very small things like that.
I don't want to be racist or anti-Semitic. I'm very right wing, though. Please don't cancel me again.
It kind of comes off like that.
It does.
Unfortunately,
of course it does.
Jones is more hardcore now. He's Dark Jones, Dark Knight, Dark Spider-Man. No, it's literally Dark Q. I dub her the Queen of Dark Q, the Empress of Dark Q. You got the QAnon, you got the Blue Anon, you now have Candace on.
Ooh.
And I'm just like, wow, Egyptian planes. Let me go look into it. Bunch of bull. Okay. Fort Huachuca, mass, assassination operation planning. Go look into it. Easily verifiable horse shit. And I'm supposed to then go, well, what she's doing is popular. So I love her ring race, her acolytes, her camp followers, her Praetorian Guard. They all came out and said, Jones can't read a.
So notice how what he's referencing is what people said on X, right? And Alex Jones has been responding to people on X, okay? Remember when these people wouldn't respond to the comment section, right?
Yep.
It seems like it's a descent into madness when he's like, that these are her people. It's anybody on the internet, dude, trying to fucking piss you off constantly. But he's taking this as like legitimate, whatever they're saying. And this is what I'm saying about the internet. He wasn't using the internet like we were using the internet. He was trying to find conspiracies. He's very focused and whatnot. It seems like he hasn't had this like gun pointed at him because he hasn't been like on social media like a regular person. And we see this with James Lindsay. It doesn't handle it very well. He'll see somebody, a random anon post something and then somehow associate that with the woke right. And so it's like, what did you see? Who said what? I saw it online. Like, oh, dude, don't do that to your brain, Alex, okay? We've seen your brain. It's a good brain. It's a very useful brain. That's not a good use for your brain, dude.
I mean, but he's a boomer, right? Like
I know.
Fundamentally, like anyone really who believes in blank slateism is a boomer, right? It is the definition of the boomer. This illogical idea that everyone in the world is basically the same except for like social and cultural differences.
Oh
my!
No.
I mean, look, he's getting ratioed by people.
Oh my God, do I have it? That's a good point. Did you see the blank slate.
Oh yeah, have you got
debate.
that? Yeah. We should play that. We should absolutely play that. I can
love
dig it up.
everyone can see what I look for on the internet right now. That's last week. I don't think I have it now.
Hang on. I can track it down. Let me see. Entertain the audience while I look this up.
Yeah, I have an annoying black lady we can chew on for a second.
The vice president of the United States.
Black people no longer have to apologize for being white. Now, she is a doctor, okay? This is Dr. Shola Mas Shugamimu.
I love this for white people. J.D. Vance, the vice president of the United States of America, said that America is now a place where white people no longer have to apologize for being white.
In the United States of America, you don't have to apologize for being white anymore.
It begs the question, what is it about being white that they don't want to apologize for? Because we know that being white is not about the color of their skin. It's really about what being white symbolizes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, I can do this. Perfect. I don't care about the color of Indian people's skin or black people's skin. It's just what it symbolizes, which is smelling like fucking shit. Okay. It's just the symbology of it. I don't care about, we all know that when we say like the color of a person's skin, we all know that we're not talking about the color of their skin or anything like that. Very convenient.
White supremacy. You heard that right. White supremacy. So it begs the question again, what exactly is it that white people are superior at that they do not want to apologize for? Well, listen to this, because it's chef's kiss.
Are white people superior?
I was only listening to this. She goes, chef's kiss, watch this. And it's like, oh, this lady's on your side. This is going to be them talking about how they don't like white people. But I just think it's hilarious that she's like, haha, watch this video. And then you have this like someone that's so fat where they lose their gender, you know? You know, when you get to that level of fat where it's like, I don't know what you are. Did you end up finding it?
I'm for some weird reason, it's
Right?
not coming up. God damn it. It's
Right,
such an
brother?
awesome clip. Wait. Hang on. Wait. I've got it in my list. Why am I
Emoji.
searching Twitter? It's in my list.
Good.
Here
boy.
we go. We got it. We got it.
Get it, girl.
Get it, girl.
White women.
Okay, hang on. Wait. Are we is it up?
You're up.
Yep. Okay, right, we're up. This is insane. Now, these two seem very, very nice. I forget their name though. I follow them. They're like they seem like a nice couple. They're like pro-natalist. Sargon was saying.
Yes, yeah, I saw the Sargon video too.
You know, a natalist conference. Just check this shit out, man.
Malcolm, you've said things like black women are biologically different than white women.
Yes, they have different fertility windows. They have a higher rate of fertility complications. 50%
But there's
higher
no
rate.
scientific evidence to prove that a black woman and a white woman are genetically different, right? This is like
What are you talking
No, they are.
about?
According, no,
But literally, there are genes that code for their skin color. There are genes.
Pause it for a second.
Like government data. This is.
Can we agree that she is fucking with the wrong autist right now in this fucking conversation? He has the perfect amount of autism right now where he's like, no. He's not gonna let it fucking slide. It's like she just fucking put one of his figurines out of order right now. Okay, like no, doesn't go there, it goes here. It's perfect. He is locked in, hyper focused, will not let her get away with it.
Can we get an early life check on
Dinky Yentas?
Is she Moorish? I don't know, mate.
Right. This is the National Institute of Health. This is the American Medical Association. Like there is no scientific evidence to prove that.
And that's a
different
big
races-
problem, right? Because
No,
a lot of there's no scientific
and that's
evidence
why I
about
asked.
things like IQ differences. Black people are genetically different from other populations.
And I'll say that again. There is at least there is no scientific evidence to prove that, right? And as people
no,
that
I'm sorry. I'm stating. Do you want to ask an AI if there's scientific evidence to prove
no,
that?
I want to ask.
No,
this
because
is
what you're
purely based
stating
on
is just factually incorrect. Humans are genetically diverse. It's not a bad thing that humans
I'm not
are
saying it's
genetically
no, I'm not
diverse.
saying it's a bad or a good thing. I'm saying there is no scientific evidence.
And I'm saying that is a factual.
And he's saying that there is scientific.
There is scientific evidence. There is
Based on-
overwhelming scientific
based
evidence.
on-
and
and
it's
this
the
is-
basics. No. This is like saying the sky is not blue. Like, it is genes that code their skin color, right? Those genes are obviously different in them than they are in us. How is that not science? That's just like.
Look at this, right? She is completely impervious to the facts. Like,
Demoralized Scientologist right there.
just like, yeah, total Scientology face. Like, you know, right? Like, I see that you believe that the sky is blue. You know, maybe the reason why you believe the sky is blue is because of something that happened to you in your childhood, right? Like, perhaps you should see like a therapist. So just look at this. Like,
Well, how easy is it to be in the standpoint of just simply like denying evidence?
Shut up, silly woman.
I mean, this is where Western civilization is now, right? We have like people who think that they're intelligent who don't even understand genetics. Like,
Midwit.
Like, remember they canceled Watson, the guy, what's his first name? Chat, someone will know. One of the guys who discovered DNA. He got canceled in his 80s for saying that there were genetic differences between groups. Despite literally fucking discovering it. Like, oh my fucking god.
Basic fact. The genes that code their skin color, their level of melanin production are different from my genes that
And I
code
think,
melanin production.
and that's precisely why I was asking this question, because I think for some people that do believe like you, that people are genetically different.
For some people who do believe that gravity exists.
I mean, it's like, so like Africa is one of the most genetically diverse places in the world due to its size.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, these are just things. Even me, as a shitlib, understood this for a long time.
So weird.
That has historically been used to promote racial hierarchies, right? And that's why I'm asking you, because because you do
racial hierarchies. Everything comes back to trying to defeat the idea that some groups are better at stuff than other groups. I wonder, I wonder who would be behind that, you know? Fucking hell, man.
You're sounding like a hierarchist right now.
A
You one of those hierarchists?
Hierarchists, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Well, I love how Jordan Peterson explained it with lobsters to be like, now there's just a hierarchy like across all animal species. And they're like, oh, lobsters.
Wait,
you
wait, wait,
believe lobsters?
Can I show you some fucking
Absolutely
insane cringe? Fucking look at this. Okay, across this radar. Bros, actually, bros, you should be following the Ben Shapiro influencer checklist. Okay, you have reliable sources, truth, share facts with transparency, clarity, and honesty. Unlike those grifters who deal in ambiguity, misleading, and obscure statements and assumptions based on personal feelings and not supporting the nation of Israel. Of course, Ben Shapiro is guided by principles as opposed to the grifters with emotional solidarity. Just look at that fucking. Oh my!
I'm sorry. What the fuck solutions do they ever fucking propose exactly? We make fun of them all the time. What?
Yeah.
So Ben Shapiro's solution is move.
No,
That's
Ben's
the solution.
Shapiro's solution is don't change anything, basically, right? And like just relax into the abyss, essentially, right? Until you're like at the care home, right? Being at the mercy of the tender mercies of Shaniqua. Like, oh fuck, dude. Okay, right. I'm done. Fucking
Not a problem.
The cringe.
You
Yeah,
got
right.
any
So we've established the dark Q, the black Q, not the black cube, but the black Q. Very, very different.
We got any soupies, bruv?
Have we got any soupies? Let me see. Yes, we do.
The legend.
Strength for two loonies. They're Malcolm and Simone. from the base camp. Yeah, check them out. I subbed to their
Definitely.
stuff. They look really, really nice. And we got a big one. Wait.
There he is.
Got to get this thing.
He's becoming the old GM, but he's still the new GM to me, damn it. Still the new GM to me, damn it.
New GM for $10. Thank you very much, mate. Sorry I'm late, fellas. I would provide my usually new definition of a buttery kipper, but my newest idea I just can't get past YouTube in any form.
I forget what the origin of the buttery kipper is. It's probably something that you said being a spurg that I really wanted to lean into is what my spidey senses tell me.
I think it was something about the greasiness of Ben Shapiro's hair. Actually. I forget. Thank you very much, new GM. What you need to do is apply extra butter to your kipper to slip it past the YouTube algorithm. Try another like half of a bar, mate. You know,
it's like when you used to get your head stuck in the rail as a kid. You gotta really grease it up to get it out.
That's right.
So we have Alex Jones claps back, okay, at Candace Owens and her.
He's got the clap. He's giving it back.
The black clap and her minions and her minions. Okay, now this is what's unfortunate. Like this is what's been said about Destiny, where it's just people that are big fans are going to defend that person. So it's not necessarily her minions. It's very common for people that like another content creator, especially a large one, that they're going to defend her no matter what. Even without me knowing a lot about this, okay? I am judging the situation purely rhetorically because everything is fucking speculation anyway. There's no facts that are being thrown out that I'm seeing. Though Alex Jones may not be doing well in the fact department, but let's take a look at it.
But everybody keeps asking me to look into this. Everybody keeps saying, oh, you need to look into these things. So I went and looked at it. It's total horse crap. And then Candace turns around and says, oh, I'm compromised. I've shown who oh, really? Who do I work for, lady? Did you come out and break the story that Cash Patel ordered a cover-up of foreign and domestic killing?
Now, it's very unfortunate because what does James Lindsay always say? The paper that I wrote in 2018. I was right about stuff in 2020 and 2021. All these times I was right. Not good.
But now the facts on the ground have changed, is what you're saying.
I care about right now. It just feels very familiar. I've spent a lot of time editing it. Like whatever you've seen me put out in an edited video, I've watched 10 times longer than the audience has. Okay.
Oh, you're on the payroll of the Jews.
How else can you explain my annual growth on this chungus, right?
Look at that freeze frame. Holy fucking
what a
shit.
chungus. What a little chungus.
Chungus maxing.
But do you see what I'm saying? Where it's like, well, just address what's going on now. But this just feels like what James Lindsay has been doing the entire time. This isn't telling us anything about what's going on right now.
Yeah.
Have you been hammering it every day? Did what you say, was it exactly true inside the White House? No. Because you're not real.
Okay, now he's challenging her blackness. Okay, she's not real. You ain't real like me, bitch.
You ain't a real Shaniqua.
Black Alex Jones.
Unlike Alex Jones, she.
Right, there's a huge difference between a white person saying you're not real and a black person going, you ain't real. But maybe he meant it that way. He just has to work on his cadence.
I mean, didn't he just do a racism?
I mean, sometimes he's afraid of it. Sometimes he's not. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for these very small signifiers. Because this, I mean, honestly, I don't mind doing this with Alex Jones because this is the level of speculation that he always does on an important event. Okay, this isn't a very important event. So I have no problem doing this intense level of speculation on something benign like this. However, people are getting a little suspicious of Alex Jones, you know? And honestly, it really comes down to who can go harder at the moose. I mean, is that really reducing it to a boil? If you start to be like, hey, stop J-sparking, it's like, ooh. This is the time to do it.
I can't believe how much of a pivotal issue it's become. I mean, it makes perfect sense, actually, because fundamentally you cannot have a universalist society and have exceptionalism for certain ethnic groups. You can't. And so you can either have sort of ethnic homogeneous universality, or you can have what the West is rapidly drifting towards, where you have a very, very powerful government that has to intersperse itself between all social interactions in order to basically like make sure that like India v Pakistan doesn't kick off. Or I guess in the West, it would be like everyone versus everyone, you know, as like Hobbes said, you know, a war of all against all, you know.
It's what Nick Fuentes has said. It's what Connor Tomlinson has said. It's probably what Sargon of Akkad has said. It's what I've said. It's what you've said. We just want what the Moose have. Okay?
Yep.
What? That's it. It's very simple. Why are they allowed to do it, but whites in the West are not? And no one can answer that question. That's it.
I think a proper answer to that question is probably illegal.
Like, well, there's the issue. People are raising their eyebrows over here.
It's illegal for a good reason. I can't tell you what that reason is.
Because what if there's another?
Yeah, it's also illegal to tell you what the reason is. You know, so but you're just gonna have to trust
Well,
our
what
betters.
if it happens again?
What happens again?
I welcome all of your minions attacking me. I love it. Because I'm Alexander Emmerich Jones, and I know how to research, and I've got the sources, and I tell the truth.
This could be AI, right? Like,
yeah.
I know. Is he really just entering his boomer phase, and that's the issue?
I mean,
it's one thing to not have. I don't want to say that though. I don't want to blame it on being a boomer, because if this guy becomes a boomer, then all of us are going to become a boomer at his age. Like,
dude, if people
he's
start,
the one that can't turn into a boomer.
If people start reading the kind of books that Candace is throwing around, oh boy, like oh boy, like shit is gonna get fucking spicy very, very, very quickly. Like, you know.
Oh yeah, you should pull up some stuff on that book as I'm playing some Alex Jones.
Oh fuck! Wait, I don't know
because you brought.
I've got it somewhere.
No, just shallowly. It's fine. Yeah, but like I didn't know how difficult that book was to find, and if you I believe in you. You're retarded in a good way. I promise.
I don't have that exact book, but I've got something.
Just mute your microphone. I'll play Alex Jones. Okay, we're gonna act like we're just normal people watching a video.
And I'm not going to have the murder of Charlie Kirk hung around Trump's neck when it's obviously a deep state operation.
Deep state. Now, Alex. Okay. Now, deep state. What is a deep state, right? Shadowy cabal of people, right? That like use blackmail, like, you know, Jeffrey Epstein, right? So it's the whole thing behind like the Jeopardy meme where it's clearly going to say the moves, and he's like, globalists. Like, Alex, what are the globalists? Who's been the globalists for 3,000 years now? Who has had international fraternal organizations for their own self-interests for a millennia, Alex? This is the issue. We've discovered the globalists. We know who the globalists are. We have Nick Fuentes, among many others, Ian Carroll, have begun calling them out by name. And the fact that you still call them globalists is kind of serving as controlled opposition, whether intentionally or not. Once we become more specific and we know that it's really the moose, then when you say globalist, it seems like you're kind of backpedaling.
I'm not going to have a bunch of innocent people implicated in something with ridiculous, flimsy, easily disproven crap. And then you think I'm going to just sit here and go, oh, well, this is popular with people, so I'm just going to go along with this delusion. I've never done that. I've been accused of that by the Democrats. I'm not the conspiracy theorist. I'm an analyst. I'm a futurist. I'm a pioneer. I'm a researcher. I'm an American. I'm a Texan. I'm a father. I'm a Christian. And I will not sit here and lie to my audience and go along with a bunch of horse crap. Kash Patel ordered investigation shut down into foreign involvement that they confirmed killing him.
Heart's going to
We
stop.
need to know what that information is to bring those to justice and stop this. But what do I get from her and her camp? I'm trying to cover up the killers. No, you created fake rabbit trails into total horse manure to shoot up smoke screens. But I see through your smoke. I see through stone and flesh.
Okay, so like, dude, were you like really mad or not? He kind of turns into a joke. Now, here is the issue. Alex Jones, trying to constantly discredit Candace Owens, has gained him nothing but community notes. You can clearly tell those who just watch clips of Candace Owens' podcast versus those who actually watch a full podcast. Now, I have the advantage of being an editor, okay? I understand that news analysts, people like Alex Jones, may not have the time to watch a full episode of something. Well, have someone fucking watch it for you, dude, because this is not a good look. Breaking. So Alex Jones, exclusive, after Candace Owens was caught red-handed falsely claiming Congressman Mark Amodi was part of a secret TP USA meeting at Fort Huachuca. She is now attempting to flip the script by releasing a blurred document. And then we have, in the by Diligent Denizen, community note, Rep. Mark Amodi was not present for the first 2 roll call vote sessions. Now, that is, they have a roll call sheet. Alex Jones, it looks like, saw a video of someone sitting in that seat and assumed it was him. And then Alex Jones and Congressman Amodi both community noted for the same failed alibi attempt. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, should I explain the background on this just like
Excellent.
briefly?
Yes.
Okay. So basically, Candace is claiming that the Kirk assassination was planned, I don't know, I think about a week earlier at Fort Huachuca. And she's got like a guy who was there who says that he saw Erica Kirk in this meeting. Okay, I don't know whether any of this is true. I haven't really been following it. I've kind of like assumed this whole thing was a psyop from the get-go. So, I mean, you know what I mean? But that's kind of my default position on practically everything at this point in time. And so a bunch of people were saying like, oh, you know, these people who were identified as being there couldn't possibly be there. And it focused on this one senator. And it turns out that he actually was not in Congress or the Senate, one of the 2 chambers of the House in DC, because he missed the first 2 roll calls. So there's just this huge narrative battle, basically like going back and forth. They're now attacking the character of this witness. It's like a whole thing. There you go. You're all caught up. Also, another girthy one
out of the bush over here.
GM. Look at him go. Thank you very much, mate.
Thank you.
Are you familiar with Jonathan Peugeot, the icon cover? I am familiar with Jonathan Peugeot, yes. He has thoughts painterite aesthetics are destined to be reincorporated because society can't have a lesser evil in Satan's place forever. If you mean that like orthodox aesthetics are coming back, like fuck I may, I hope so. Or do you painterite aesthetics? I don't know what that means, mate, but thank you very much for the super chat. I hope that like proper aesthetics are coming back because I hate Globo Homo with like such a flaming passion.
Yeah, I dip my toe in like postmodernism art and stuff like that. And I mean,
so
yeah, there's nothing there.
I have the spicy book. Like not the spicy book.
Of course. Hopefully someone can help you find it.
Wait, now
wait. Let me just Jones up a little bit, and
oh yeah, okay,
we'll dial it down with that at the end.
Keep Jonesing.
Cool, thank you. I'm Jonesing. Okay, so let's go into a little more detail, a little more rhetoric from Homeboy. Okay, now let's hear it straight from his mouth, and I guess actually let me show this intro. I mean, are you serious or not? Are you really mad and concerned what people are saying about you or not, Alex? Okay. How the fuck did I not use that for the fucking thumbnail? I'm a moron.
Was he there? Oh, he was there too. There I am at Fort Huachuca, Arizona. Michael Snow, Mitch Snow, whatever his name is, was at Huachuca according to this email she has here. And I have no doubt he wasn't, there walking around drooling or whatever he does. And the congressmen weren't. Now they can argue, well, maybe that security left early in the morning and, got there for his flight in Dallas at 1:40 something, but not with the congressman. Your people posted a video of him in Congress at like 2:40 and said, oh, look, he could have got there. We have him at 11 a.m. on video giving speeches. That's 8 a.m. Huachuca. So we had.
So have you seen the meme where it's like cameras in 1962 and it shows Bigfoot and it's a much more clear picture, and then it shows a video from 2025 and it's a really like deteriorated, like blurry video? Like even if I zoom in on this, I mean, how much did he confirm? I don't know. Some guy was like just sitting there at that time. I can't zoom in. But you see what I'm saying? Where it's like he didn't do the due diligence of like checking to make sure if there's like a roll call, there's a process to it. He just saw a guy there like kind of fired from the hip, and it's like, okay, well, stop like telling everyone how right you are and then being wrong like who? Kind of like James Lindsay, right? That's kind of the issue people have now. Alex Jones is much more charming, okay? These comparisons to James Lindsay are just things that I've noticed that like swim in the background and then kind of get worse over time. I hope this behavior doesn't continue. I'm just noticing. I'm a noticer, so to speak.
Yeah.
I notice patterns.
Wait, $2 from the UGM. Painter, right? As in the painter, the one with the stats. right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I could totally see that. Actually, coming back. I mean, it's already coming back. Like the young seem to love that aesthetic.
I love how like silly they get with like clouding language sometimes, to the point where the word is so bastardized you don't even know what they're saying. Right? You're right. How the fuck are we supposed to know what that means? That's hilarious, dude.
We're here with a major Tuesday evening breaking news alert. Candace Owens, who I've known for 10 years, been very supportive of, started putting out incredible claims in the last few weeks about Egyptian planes and about secret Huachuca military base meetings with the head of security for TPUSA and congressmen and others, with all these colonels. And the word was it was where they were planning what happened the next day in Utah. So I went and investigated it and found out on C-SPAN there was the congressman in D.C. while he supposedly a secret meeting, and there was the head of TPUSA security in Dallas and on flights. And I came out and said, hey, this isn't right. And she immediately said, Alex is revealing himself. That's right. I'm revealing myself for simply going and doing the research. So when we presented the evidence today that the people she said were at Fort Huachuca weren't there, well, I'd already predicted a few days ago. She came out and said, well, Mitch Snow, who has another name, he was there. We never doubted he was at a base. I go to Fort Hood today and claim I was in a secret meeting with Candace and 8 Martians and Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. And so there was a report where he showed up and acted all weird at the base, at least somebody named Michael Snow. We have the incident report. You notice when Candace posted it, it had his driver's license and plates. Well, we're not going to show you that because we know we'd be doxing him, but she doxed him.
If that happened, if she doxed him, doesn't sound very ethical. I don't agree with that. Okay, sure.
Mm-hmm. We saw that little trap. And so here's the deal, Candace. You started this, and you're the one engaged in all this behavior, and you don't want anybody questioning you, and you're a Praetorian Guard, your priesthood doesn't. Well,
can you tell me what a Praetorian Guard is? That's just over my head. Is that a thing or an Alex Jones thing?
No. It's a thing. So during the decline of the Roman Empire, when they were sort of cycling emperors like every couple of years, actual power passed to the Praetorian Guard, who were this special unit designed to protect the emperor. And what wound up sort of happening basically is that every single time the emperor got too crazy, the Praetorian Guard would basically execute him and install a new one. So the Praetorian Guard is basically a crack military unit that guards the emperor.
A bit of an overstatement, right?
I mean,
that's like saying like from anyone's community that has a loyal following and whatever levels of parasocial relationship, like this isn't anything out of the ordinary, right? The way he's talking about it feels like James Lindsay, and it feels like very defensive and like he doesn't know how the internet works. And he's blowing up random people on the internet that he's not naming. It's just a collection of people that are Praetorian guards. Like, Alex, baby, focus on something else or find a better way of disagreeing with her. You know, he doesn't need to use all these rhetorical tactics in order to point out that she doxed somebody. Stick with that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I just Flavius Athanasius. It started with Augustus and ended with Constantine. Yeah, thank you very much, Flavius. Yeah.
Wow. The chat.
We have the best chat. Roman historians in the chat. Fucking awesome, mate. Yeah, I think I mean, people are speculating that certain people really would have a lot of leverage on Jones, right? Remember, there's that court case that's still live, like that he supposedly owes like $1 billion or something for the Sandy Hook BS. How hard would it be to sidle up to him and be like, look, you know, we can make all of these problems go away? And then there's the whole Laura Loomer thing. We haven't covered that yet, mate. We really need to talk about this, actually.
Okay. We'll get
check this shit out, mate. This is crazy. So, in what might possibly be the worst blow to Alex Jones's reputation, like ever, right? Laura Loomer comes out and is like, I'm proud to say that I am responsible for Alex Jones seeing the light as it pertains to how malicious and insane Candace Owens has become. A couple of weeks ago, Alex Jones and I had a long private conversation about some bad actors in the woke right, and Alex told me he was starting to come around to what I've been saying for the last 2 years. Eventually, more people will wake up to this psyop. And of course, what did everyone think?
Oh, you're on the payroll of the Jews.
Basically, right? And this is very, very bad for Alex's credibility, right? This basically like sums it up. Loomer went to Israel the second week of November, where she held private meetings with unnamed Israeli government officials. She then comes home and has a very long private conversation with Alex Jones, and now he's posting straight up Zionist slop on the timeline and attacking Candace Owens like a drunken banshee. I'm shocked, I tell ya. Shocked. I mean, this is like, and we've got Laura Loomer responding. You know,
I love how Laura Loomer uses her like horrific reputation just to latch on to Alex Jones to fuck him over. Like, what other reason would there be to say that, dude? There's no way that's true.
Yeah, Milo came out and just said like, mate, she just like destroyed this guy's like entire career. You know, she's like, we cannot all be friends. We call them the woke Reich. Yeah, Netanyahu invented that phrase, right? But I have called it out because yes, I had been critical when your friends are being psychos and spewing pro-mustache commentary and the rantings of a paranoid schizophrenic. It's time to get new friends and it's time to tell your friends to get help, etc., etc. Oh, actually, I've got a good clip for this. So Josh Hammer basically came out and said that Candace should be like locked up in a mental health asylum. Check this out. In case you're wondering, by the way, right, like this was a big thing in the Soviet Union. I responded to this saying like, oh, you know, maybe they should lock her up for sluggish schizophrenia. Because in the USSR, they had this diagnosis called sluggish schizophrenia, which was basically like you're schizophrenic, but you don't have any symptoms, but it'll probably develop sometime in the future. And the main symptom is that you don't like the communist government, right? This is part of a big trend.
That is a tale as old as fucking time, dude.
Yeah. This was a big trend in psychological abuse in the USSR. And Hammer just leans right into that.
I mean, Candace Owens, the shit. Oh my God. I mean, this book that she's waving around, The Talmudic Jew, was written by a bunch of Nazi sympathizers.
Well, actually, that's not right. But go ahead.
Race science genesis. Okay, I mean the predecessors to the Nazis.
No, it was written by a guy in the 1870s named August.
Yes, it was the intellectual predecessor to Margaret Sanger and the eugenists, who themselves were intellectual predecessors to the Nazis.
August Rolling. And what's interesting about him is that he was exposed as a fraud in his own time. He was exposed by the Catholic Church and by the Emperor of Austria. So he was a discredited anti-Semite at a time when it was very difficult.
Can you believe Arden Party didn't know that guy was a moo?
I did some research. I tweeted about it. It got like 1.5 million views already. So anybody can check that out. But go ahead.
Yeah, again, so I mean, it's difficult to know where to begin with this person. I mean, in a just society, she'd be in a mental ward right now. She would have been in a mental ward a while ago. I personally am a big proponent to bringing back the involuntary commitment laws of the 1960s. In my view, she should be involuntarily committed to a mental asylum.
Well, that would certainly be convenient for you, wouldn't it, Josh? I mean, this is the kind of stuff, basically, that they don't want people starting to talk about. Okay, this is not the book. This is a book that was written in the 1890s and given to the Tsar in Russia. Its basic sort of like argument is it looks into the
But an
Talmud.
anti-Semite wrote this. That's what we're told every single time any sort of evidence comes up.
I think this actually was written by a Jew that converted to Christianity.
Yeah. Hold on. No. I can do this. I can internalize depression. That's what he has. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is very, very spicy. And if you look back in history, I really should do an episode on this. Every so often, shit like this will break out, and you will have what is basically known as a disputation, right? So you get the Christians on one side, you get the Moors on the other side, and the Christians say there's all this like horrible stuff about Christians in the Talmud, and the Moors are like, nah, you don't understand. It's very, very complicated. It's always the basic defense. And if it gets really, really bad, you start getting, pogroms and all kinds of other crazy shit. So I do understand why they are not keen to sort of like have this kind of like shit come out. But on the other hand, you have like, are you done with Alex Jones? You got more?
No. You have him in his car responding to Laura Loomer, which he just did today.
Right.
I
do. Let me see. I've got it here somewhere. Where the fuck is it?
Probably toward the end, middle end.
I totally had it. Where is it? This is it. This is it. Right.
So I like this as well because he's alone. He's not on his show.
All right, folks. Merry Christmas.
As
Christmas Day,
private and personal as you can get.
Almost over. I am shooting this live feed right now to update you on some big stuff coming out tomorrow. Some of the other big stories we're working on, and also to address Laura Loomer and something that she put on X last night that is not correct. But first off, I have not been going after Candace Owens to be part of a publicity stunt or infighting like all these other people do. I've been on here 31 years. It's not what I do. I saw the incredible stuff that she and her people were saying. I've always liked her, so I said, I better check this. I went sort of checking into it, and it just went from bad to worse. Then I nicely came out and said, hey, I've got concerns on this and that. And her surrogates and a bunch of people now her basically said that, I'm a terrible person, and this just shows who I am. Well, I've been proven right on the two things I have concerns about. A, I know that there's a cover-up of Charlie Kirk. So everybody investigating that's great, so am I. I broke on September 16th at Cash Patel in a cabinet meeting, yelled at Tulsi Gabbard and said, I don't want to hear about foreign involvement or any of his accomplices. That was confirmed a month later, and Gabbard talked about it. So I'm the first on that. So people build a straw man that I'm not trying to investigate what happened. I just have not seen the evidence that TPUSA killed him, and all the supposed theories about this person shot him and that person shot him, and
pause it real quick.
This security guard shot him under the arm, and this guy.
So when he says like, I haven't seen the evidence for something, it's like, yeah, dude, what evidence did you have when you said fucking Sandy Hook? Fucking it's a false flag, dude. Like,
yeah, it's a bit rich.
You understand? Like, yeah, sure. I just haven't seen the evidence, and it's like, well, yeah, there's a lot of speculation around these things. They're not going to just openly come out and say it and go, here's all the evidence. Like, how do you not understand that? Feels kind of weird is all I'm saying.
But not only that, right? Like one of the characteristics of PSYOPs is that the evidence is always like indirect and thin on the ground because like it's cleaned up and it's obscured. So, fucking I just assume everything's a PSYOP. Okay, wait. We got some super chats. Double Mumble for $2. Where is text to speech? I want to say things is Alex Jones. Have you checked the?
It's pinned.
Tip?
Yeah, it's pinned to the top of the thing. So I'm just waiting on him. I believe the link works. Let me double check. Okay.
Kevin 11 member
the link
for
works.
1 month. But Candace Owens has a dream, Artie. She told us Charlie was betrayed. She can't be lying. Yeah, well, there you go.
Well, that's the thing is like I'm not partial. I'm more partial to Alex Jones in this situation. I'm more partial to the white man than the black woman. Okay, just natively as I'm exploring my beautiful silky whiteness. Okay, but also with like Candace Owens, like she doesn't have a long track record of having the position that she's had. Alex Jones does, so he does have more trust there. But
That's
also, you really got to be critical of the moves, though. So anyone that's critical of the moves and really like harps on that, I kind of got to trust that person. But, but she's like Nick Fuentes is duplicitous in the same way that like Candace Owens is duplicitous. Like they'll say two different things, two completely opposite things. It's a rhetorical game, so I understand that. So, but she does sound fucking crazy sometimes. Like, not like a. Yeah. Maybe I don't get her sense of humor or whatever, or who it's for, but it's like fucking crazy bitch shit I've heard in alone in a room with a woman. I don't know. It's very off-putting.
New GM for $5. Holy moo! I didn't know it was possible to talk faster than Shapiro. I was playing it at 1.25 speed, but yeah, he does have that very annoying Shapiro voice.
I like how it was believable that he talks that fast. He was ready and willing to believe it. Look at that fucking freeze frame. You're so good at the freeze frames.
Notice all that stuff's been moved on from. Okay, so I just think honing in on TPUSA is wrong. Did a foreign power? Could Israel be involved? British, did he stabilize the country? Absolutely. The Democrats that wanted him dead said he'd be dead, celebrated him being dead. But I'll get into that later. The point is, I've known Candace Owens 10 years. Like her, she's in the promos for my show. She says nice things about me. And so I go and get the flight data stuff on these Egyptian planes, and most of it's incorrect. Point it out, and I'm the bad guy. And then we start looking into this Mitch Snow guy, and immediately there's all these red flags everywhere. And it's Fort Huachuca, 12 colonels, and he starts adding new names, and later, Erica Kirk's there. And then we started getting the data on who he really was, and his real name is coming out tomorrow. And what the investigators themselves bring it out, and it is so horrible. And I said he makes my skin crawl just at a visceral gut level. Oh, it's really crawling now. So I came out last week and I said, Candace, you got to get away from this. You're being set up. Maybe he's setting you up, because I've never seen stuff like this. And nope, I'm the bad guy, all the rest of this crap. So I got pissed off. All right. I mean, we need TPUSA. We need Candace Owens. We need all these people. And so I'm not against us questioning each other, but this just going on the warpath against each other is crazy. And then, I got the call and all the rest of this crap. It's just pure bull. So then it's Christmas Eve. I'm with my parents, and I get this text message from Laura Loomer going, Merry Christmas, and a thing to X with her saying, I'm the one someone knows that convinced him to go after Candace Owens. She knew full well that would just inject herself in this controversy, stir it all up, and everybody will say she's my handler, that's what everybody's obsessed with, and pretty mean, pretty uncool. And that's just her nature. It's the way she is. I've known her for 10 years. I still see her as a friend, but I hold her at arm's length when she breaks a real news story about the latest attempt to have a coup at the Pentagon against Hegseth, which was real. I had my own sources. I had her on. She started sending me all these text messages, but the Tucker's this and that. And so I called her up and I basically said, I don't think Tucker's bad. I don't think he works for Qatar. And she gave me this whole spiel about it. I didn't even remember her talking about Candace Owens. So I even asked her in text messages today. I said, well, when did I even talk about Candace Owens? She said, you remember this and this? I'm like, whatever. So no, I didn't remember the conversation. Had nothing to do 5 weeks ago or whatever it was with me coming out and saying, man, Candace, there's an issue here. I was concerned about the planes, but it's cut and dry. It is cut and dry with Mitch Snow. I mean, the congressman was there at 11 a.m. in the committee hearings. He didn't go into roll call till 2 something, but he's on the videos.
Right,
it's
that's
all
about
right.
it.
That had to be a
So I'm just, it's he said, she said, and here's the thing with power. I have peeked behind the curtain of power, okay? Why there's somebody in Cambridge, Massachusetts, in a government office that I have an unbelievable amount of fucking dirt on, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I have peeked behind the curtain, okay, to how these things work and whatnot. Now, at this level of power, okay, I can only imagine who's contacting him, okay? And this happens with Gavin McInnes as well, where he'll always have a soft spot for the moose, because when all of society is attacking you, who comes to you? Who's your buddy right there? It's going to be the moose, right?
Yeah.
That's like, so I can only imagine, like, these aren't easy situations. You can't be like, if I was Alex Jones, I'd handle it this way. God knows what's going on in private and shit, and who's talking to him and who's trying to nudge him in a certain direction. Just saying, you're good. You can't keep saying globalists, okay? It's getting a little embarrassing. Is how I'll put a fucking pin in that.
So we have some crazy mooishness to just round out the show. Always like just finding these clips of just like the most insane. Look at this shit.
The Bible proves that the Jewish people are the most unique people on the face of the earth. They are a chosen people. They are a covenant people. They are a cherished people. They are the apple of God's eye. The unchallengeable fact of the Bible is that Israel people are unique.
So not the Christians then, right? Not the Christians are the apple of God's eye. Okay, right,
Listen, Israel did not choose this uniqueness. God chose it for them. Listen to David's prayer in 1 Chronicles 17:20. It's one of the most powerful words in the scripture. Oh Lord, there is none like you, nor is there any God besides you. And who is like your people Israel? Listen, the one nation on the earth whom God went to redeem for himself as a people. Chosen and still cherished. Deuteronomy 7:6, for you, Israel, are a chosen people, a holy people to the Lord your God. The Lord your God has chosen you to be a people for himself. Listen to this next sentence. A special treasure above all the people on the face of the earth. That includes the United States of America.
Fuck off. Oh my God.
Let me just drive for just a quick moment.
Yeah, sure. I got more stupidity.
We got Double Mumble with $5 on Super Tip. So I mean, this seems pretty workable, you know? No one seems to be complaining. The who it is, it's right here. So seems to be working. Let's see what he's got to have a little bit of fun. And I believe the more you donate, the longer you can make the message, so you can make them obnoxiously long and silly.
This is Niku Fuentes. I eat Alex's ass, not the Indian food, though.
Wow. I don't know how true that is, Nick. Nick, are you drunk, Nick? No. I wouldn't say that.
The quote's out there now, right? You know, we've heard it like in Nick's voice, mate, right? So obviously it must be true. We've heard it in Nick's voice. It must be true. Can you hear me?
You are cutting out my. Go ahead, say it again.
Oh, just saying it must be true. We've heard it in Nick's voice now. Like, you know, it's canon.
Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's cemented.
Okay, right.
Terrific.
So more stupidity.
Thanks for trying that out, fellas. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Okay. This is possibly one of the
hard feller tonight.
This is possibly one of the worst things I have like ever fucking seen.
That looks fucking awful.
This is the German Catholic Church doing a nativity scene with like a Cronenberg puppet. Oh God, dude.
Unsere Krippe hier ist das Werk einer jungen Künstlerin, das sie eigens für diesen Gottesdienst geschaffen hat. Die Krippe zeigt einen echten Menschen. Er liegt dort elend, nackt und bloß, wie es schon ein altes Kirchenlied sagt. Der Mensch hier ist eingehüllt, weil er zart und verletzlich ist und wir seine Würde und Intimität bewahren wollen.
Man nennt ihn wunderbarer Ratgeber.
I mean, what the fuck even is that? Oh my God. Like,
yeah, what is the message here exactly? Is that haggis? Are they Scottish?
I don't know. I just don't even know. Right? It's heresy detected. Right? We like absolutely need like, you know, like we need a cleansing fire. This is bloody awful.
Is that a fucking cow baby?
Oh, no, it's like a mock up, but still, like that's meant to be the baby Jesus. Fuck you, man. Fuck.
Mock up of
you.
what?
I don't know. Here's Michael Rappaport, sort of basically echoing Mustache Man. This is crazy.
At Jewish people, by the way, I don't like non-Jews referring to Jewish people as Jews. I do.
Oh my fucking God.
Non-Jewish people referring to Jewish people as Jews. You say Jewish people, Jewish person. I find it condescending. The Jew, the Jews, Jewish. You could get the extra syllable out, okay? It don't take that much energy to say Jewish. At Jewish people. By the way, I don't.
It's almost like exactly the same thing with the blacks that happened. You know how you're not about to say black, and it became like people of color, and no. Like, is my voice coming through all right?
Bruv, you are cutting out. You're cutting out.
Oh, for God's sake. Is it any
You're
better
sounding
now?
a little mooish right now. If you want, maybe drop back, drop out, drop in.
Yeah. Hang on. I'll drop out. I'll come back in. Seems like it might be you, mate, that's cutting out, actually. Am I back? Can people hear me? Artie? You there, mate? Oh my God. I think we've lost Artie, bros. Oh my God. They got him. Oh yeah, we just lost Artie. Fuck. Oh my God. That's all right. I'll drive for a bit. So we've talked about this idea that you can't have multiculturalism and have universalism and have freedom. But in Australia, the New South Wales Premier has just basically come out and said as much, like directly, which is freaking crazy. Listen to this bullshit.
There's been some that have been agitating in the parliament to nullify the laws, to remove them off the statute books. Think about what kind of toxic message that would send to the New South Wales community. And I think the advocates for those changes need to explain, what do they want people to have the right to say? What kind of racist abuse do they want to see or be able to lawfully see on the streets of Sydney? I recognise, and I've fully said from the beginning, that we don't have the same freedom of speech laws that they have in the United States. And the reason for that is that we want to hold together our multicultural community and have people live in peace, free from the kind of vilification and hatred that we do see around the world.
So there you go, right? He basically said the quiet part out loud. You can have freedom of speech, or you can have multiculturalism, and the government has decided for you that you are going to have multiculturalism whether you want it or not.
And I was disturbed by some comments that were made earlier in this debate that seemed to suggest that the multicultural project is a failed project, and I utterly reject that. I think there's no question that we are still, despite Bondi, a incredibly successful multicultural society, and by and large Australians live together in peace and harmony, and we get on despite our differences of ethnicity or faith. And I think it's a dangerous thing, it's a corrosive thing to try and encourage some kind of debate that says we should be rejecting multiculturalism. I'm not sure what that looks like in terms of the alternative. There's no going back. We are a multi-faith, multicultural society. There's no returning to a white Anglo-Saxon era. Those days have passed us. The only option for us is to actually find a way through where we get along, where we look after each other, where we express social solidarity, and we find strength in our differences.
So there you go. There's no going back. It's been done. Australia is now a multicultural, multi-faith society. There is no going back. Artie, you there, mate?
Yeah, am I cutting out right now?
No, you're all right. I can hear you.
Yeah, we need to just end the stream because I think something like went out on my end. Like I completely disconnected and I didn't have access to end the stream. So while I have access to end the stream, we should just
wait.
Play
Well,
it out right now. It's like
one
less
more
than 20
video.
degrees here.
I just got one more
Yeah.
video. I want to like finish this off.
Oh yeah, fuck me, dude. Yeah. Well, let's do all the things that you want to do. Yeah.
This is the Chinese history guy. Check this out.
So the last mission of Freemasons to achieve their vision for the world is creating AI, right? Now the question is, where would they do it? And the answer is 33 degrees north of the equator, right? And where's that? Jerusalem. So this is the end game, guys. The Freemasons will create artificial intelligence in Jerusalem, and this will become the world government. But that is the grand plan, to create a world government in Jerusalem. And where's the center of this world government? Solomon's Temple, Silicon Valley, and AI. So right now you have AI, ChatGPT, which doesn't really do anything, okay? It makes cool images on your computer and helps you cheat in school. Okay, that's about it. Doesn't really do anything else. And if you don't go to school, then you're like, why am I using ChatGPT? Okay, and you're not going to pay a lot of money for it. So AI, it's a dead end. At the same time, all around the world, everyone's spending billions, trillions of dollars on data centers, right? So everyone's putting money into AI. But then you're like, well, how do you make money off that? If you think the answer is for you to use AI, well, it's hard to make money off that. But if the answer is to create an AI surveillance state, that makes a lot more sense, right? So what is a surveillance state? Very easy, guys. We have it in China, okay? It's digital ID and digital currency. And the idea is that everything you buy, everything you do will be tracked. And so they can create a profile on you. This profile will tell the government who you are, how you behave, what you think. Not only that, the government can also manipulate how you think, how you behave, okay? And this is, of course, called the mark of the beast, right? And so that's what PaxDK is. PaxDK is a global AI surveillance system.
So, yeah. I guess we're ending. Are you still here, mate?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It seems like I'm coming through fine now.
Okay. Okay. So do you want to wind it down now then before you get another outage or something?
I would just like to be in a position to end the stream.
Yep. Okay. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for coming. We'll be back on when will we be back? Tuesday?
I don't want to say it's going to be every Tuesday. I like to wait and let things happen. You know, I don't want to try and make us do a Tuesday when there's not a lot of things happening. And around the holidays seems to be more of a slow season for things to happen.
Yeah.
So as things happen, I'll let you know too. So the way that I position it, definitely Friday, and then maybe like a Tuesday or if something comes up, you know, a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, right? There might be an emergency. Something might happen, right? I like to leave Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday open for, you know, extra stuff that's happened, possibly.
There will be another history on Monday, part 2 of the Anabaptist rebellion in Munster, where the sort of weirdo Christian communists took over an entire city and basically made it into like a mini USSR back in like the 1500s. It's a crazy story. Part 2 is where all the commies get their comeuppance. So check that out. You can find my channel, all my stuff at newsfist.net. And I guess we'll see you when we see you, bros.
Hell yeah, bruv. I'm going to be working on a Hard R lore video tonight that should be out tonight. So to all the new Hard Rs that came in, I have no idea what the fuck this looks like to you, but hopefully you enjoy it. Some stranger just gave you people a membership to an absolutely fucking odd world behind a paywall. So do with that what you will. Let's do a TBP shout out.
TBP. Tuesday, you guys can step up to my stream. Episode 18, Frank Frazetta is this Tuesday. That's Total Blackout Paintings art stream. Check it out. And
Artie boy, I thought we're supposed to be racist over here.
And also,
unless he's like the Hitler, mustache man kind of art is what he does. Okay, no, I get it now.
And one free shield. Find me on Rumble at Ardent Plays tomorrow for a chill gaming stream and some response commentary. Check out Argent Party. He's a good lad.
We like to uplift fellas here, okay?
Indeed. Indeed.
Awesome.
All right. See you later, everyone. Good night.
Have a good one, fellas. Thank you.
Call me a woman.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
A
ma'am.
woman. Give me your children. Let them sit on my lap.
Ardian fist, Ardian fist. You can be sure that we're both on a list. Ardian